Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Hold on, sorry.
What?
Go again. Okay.
What?
Now we're good.
Now we're good, Johnny?
Yeah. False
We
start.
take 1 week off. We're already out of sync, bro.
You're
Okay?
touching the
Let
cable.
me start this again.
3, 2.
Welcome to Johnny Woodard presents Broken Simulation starring Johnny Woodard and whoever's there and available that day. Johnny took a week off. Daddy needed a little time to figure it out.
Did you figure it out? That's the question.
No, I'm still lost. I'm out there trying to go. Let me put on my cans, dude. Let me put
Well,
my
you're going through one of the most painful things a person can go through right now, moving.
Oh,
That's
it
like
is
that's
the
like one of the
worst.
worst life experiences
The
that is
worst.
not involving like health or anything really serious.
So it's like we're moving. I'm on the road. I added a comedy chaos last night. We shot Tony Rock's special. I mean, it's just like you would think you'd clear your schedule, the focus, and just things get busier and busier because Daddy's got a lot of bills to pay. It's nonstop. It's unbelievable.
What? So, what, were you almost done moving? Halfway done? Like how?
No, we're doing the bit. We moved a bunch of stuff, but everything's getting moved on Friday. It's
Okay,
like
so you
right
still
up
got-
to the end of the thing.
And you hire movers?
Oh yeah,
That's the way to go. Yeah.
yeah. You know,
Are you gonna throw away a lot of stuff?
it's very hard for me. I'm a hoarder. I come
Me too,
from
dude.
hoarders.
Me too.
Everything has emotion. Like all
I don't
my
come from hoarders, but I am one.
dude, all of my kids' stuff when they were infants, I cannot throw out because I miss them that age. Dude, my kid showed up the other day and I'm like, are you guys grown up? They're so tall. They look like different people. And it's upsetting me. I'm like, I can't even, don't leave me. I'm already getting ready for them to move, to go to college. I'm so sad.
I only see my nephew every few months, and it's like he's on fast forward. I mean, it's just amazing.
It's so crazy.
Every time he's got more of a personality every time I go see him.
So I the other day I went to go and the baby's mama was at a park and I went to go pick him up and she was holding Ninja and it looked like a tall person was holding another tall person. It looked like an adult was holding a tiny adult. And I was like, oh, that's gonna go so fast. And then you gotta get them into school and then they're gone. It's just bye. Bye. It was fun for 3 years to hang out. I guess, yeah, take care. Don't mind me. I'm just going to get sad.
Slip sliding away. That's what Paul Simon
Yeah,
said.
it just goes. And then, but also, you don't want them not to grow up because that would get weird too.
Yeah, that would if they were just what.
Here's my 8-year-old tiny baby.
Do you think that's what it's like to give birth to a little person? It's just like they get to stay. They're like that forever. They're puppies forever. You know?
Yeah. It's interesting, dude. It's interesting. You know, it's interesting. I don't know, man. But I'm loving it. They love the new house. So they're running around. And I'm just thankful that I now have a place for them to come and hang out with me. So I'm excited.
Yeah, because your place on the hill wasn't appropriate for two
No, that's
kids,
where you,
right?
when
No.
you're young, running and gunning. That's what
dude,
you
I
do.
love that place. I mean, it's got a great view
Yeah,
of the city.
it's a panty dropper.
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah, but for two kids, man, it's just not a lot of room to do.
No, there's
stairs,
nowhere for
lots
them
of
to
stairs
sleep.
and
There's
stuff,
nowhere
and-
for them to lay down.
Yeah.
You just got to get, they're going to have their own room and everything. So I'm very excited about it. And I'm going to get into some stuff real quick. If you go to samtripoli.com, I got dates. Go check them out. I'm very excited. And I'm going to be on a whole bunch of dates. A guy just hit me up in Massachusetts. He's like, hey, man, I know this venue. They want you there. Do that. Hit me up. Find a venue.
Right on.
Find a venue. I'll come. I'll come to your town. I'm not afraid.
What do you
I'll
got?
come.
You got Commie Chaos on the 11th? Is that it?
Yeah, the 11th. Then I'm in Toronto. I'm excited about that. San Diego. So we're moving into a new place. Our old landlord, not a nice guy. Okay, didn't enjoy living there. And so what happened was that I moved into my old place at a certain price point, right? Rent. The rent was certain. And it was way cheaper than what people are charging now because it was.
If LA has rent control in a lot of places, and
But no,
so
this isn't rent control.
Why
This
couldn't
is
he increase your rent?
What?
Why couldn't he increase your
I
rent?
don't know. He didn't. It was 3
No,
years.
no, it had to be there's some kind of rent control involved, or he could do. There's he could increase it every year.
No. I'll tell you why, Johnny. Because we went through the period of COVID where they couldn't kick people out. They couldn't raise rent, and they couldn't kick people out.
Right, but didn't you say Dan had been there like a million years and the rent wasn't going up?
No. They've been there I mean, I don't know how long. That house, somebody told me 30 people.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Dana's place on the hill.
Oh, no. I'm talking about my old house.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And the landlord at Dana's place is nice. He's great.
Okay. See, every time you've talked about that, I thought you were talking about the place.
No, the
on the hill.
landlord in Valley Village, hot garbage.
Got it.
Hot garbage. Listen, if your landlord, when you're trying to move, when you're thinking about renting, goes, I don't care, just move in, just know you're in for trouble.
Yeah.
That means he's not going to do anything. He's not going to fix anything. And what happened was that a bunch of the houses on my block had were available, and people were calling to see what the price was, and they were going same amount of rooms, $2,000 more. So he just stopped fixing anything.
He wanted you out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You could have really tied him up though legally, I'm sure, because there are a lot of
it ain't over.
Renter protections and all.
It ain't over. But the point is, so we got this new place, and so me, dude, I have 2 daughters.
I do know that about you. Yes.
I do have 2 daughters, and when you have daughters, suddenly everybody you see is a predator. Everybody. You're just constantly in bodyguard mode.
I can imagine, yeah. Especially
right?
you who are already on edge,
Right. You're just always like doing data on everybody. You're look at their head, look at their hands.
Like Terminator.
You're just crunching data all the time. Yeah. You're like Predator. You're a predator looking for predators. Right? So you're just like, dude, what's going on? Breaking down data. And you're just like, everything is chaos. You don't trust anybody. So I'm super paranoid because I have daughters. I decided to get this camera security thing.
We have one right here in the studio.
ADT.
Yeah.
ADT. I got ADT.
Do you put a little sign out and everything?
Oh yeah, they love putting it out.
They
too.
do, yeah.
And
they're like, this will deter people from robbing you, but really, it's like free advertisement for them. Is what
100%. But what's also funny is if you go to the house, there's stickers from every security company that was there before.
Yeah.
Somebody gets somebody new, somebody gets somebody new, and then there's like 8 stickers.
That's funny. Yeah.
Right, so you're like, who is actually securing this place? Nobody knows.
It's a grab bag.
Yeah, it's a grab bag of security. So when you put sensors on the windows and you have cameras everywhere, right? And that's great. That's great. But the problem is, in order for this system to actually be worth anything, right? You have to keep notifications on.
On your phone, yeah.
On your phone.
Right.
And they don't got the technology for the system to discern whether it's a threat or just somebody walking their dog.
Right, yeah.
Right? So it's basically like once you put in a bunch of cameras and you have notification on, it is like you put a paranoid tweaker in charge of security in your house.
It's like Batman. Remember in Batman, the original one with Michael Keaton? He's just got this whole wall of screens, and he's just monitoring everything going on in Gotham.
So you'll just be sitting there, and suddenly your phone will go nuts with 1,000 notifications, being like, "Hey, dude, look at this! Look at oh, dude, I think somebody's there." And then you get and then you look at, and they send you this picture,
which is not good for your personality already.
They send you a picture, Johnny, and it looks like every Bigfoot video you've ever sent, where you're like, "What am I looking at?" It's like, "Look at that, dude! Something's there." You're like, "No, it's a cat. Is it? Is it a cat?" And you get 30 notices.
You got to change the sensitivity on those things, man. You can change it. You can change it to like the size and the distance of the object it's detecting. You can change that. Yeah, you can dial it in. Yeah.
No, because they told me at a certain time. I mean, obviously, it's not just a cat. It's a guy walking your dog, and they freak the fuck out.
Right, but you can. It sounds like they didn't put the cameras at the right angle because you don't want the sidewalk to be in view at all.
Well, if you're hitting the driveway, the sidewalk is right there.
Right, but just bring it down a little bit. Bring it down.
Hey, Johnny.
Unless you want to get all those notifications.
No, but it's so funny because you get these videos, and it's like ancient aliens. You're like, look at this. Some people might think this is alien technology. You're like, what am I looking at? What am I looking at?
That's why this is the golden era of like chupacabra sightings, by the way.
Oh,
is
yeah, for
because
sure.
you see all these grainy videos of
Right,
like dogs,
right,
running,
right.
and it looks like a crazy
And
wild
you're like,
animal.
what is that? I don't know. It's a tweaker alarm system.
What are they
Freaking
called?
out
What's
over
the
nothing.
cryptids? They look like cryptids every
Yeah,
time.
100%. 100%. So the first 3 days we had it, there was ADT went nuts and been like, somebody's getting in your garage. And we're like, what? And then you go to camera, nothing. But they're like, should we do something? I'm like, well, I haven't moved in yet. I'm not there to check.
Wait, they're actually calling you or the alerts?
Yeah,
or something?
they're calling me.
Oh, wow.
3
okay.
days in a row.
No kidding.
They showed up the cops, and then you're just watching
What
on
was
your
it?
video.
What was it
cops
that set
in
it
your
off?
lawn.
What set it off?
What?
What set it off? What was it?
Nobody know. I'm like,
Just weird
the
sensor
sensors
stuff.
were weird.
Oh, that's weird, dude.
Yeah.
It must make you nervous as an ex-tweaker to see police just kind of roaming around
No,
your
but it's
property.
actually kind of funny. We should do a whole podcast just on my my front porch camera.
Just interview anybody that walks up.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah.
What's up? What's
Yeah.
up, man? What are you doing?
That'd be the most original podcast ever. Welcome to Ring Podcast. We do our podcast here on my porch.
Have you ever seen that guy that every year around the holidays he does like glitter bombs in packages?
Oh,
He-
yeah,
he,
I
makes
love
them
that.
look really nice.
I love that.
That's what you should just put a big ass box on your front porch, and then we'll just have a microphone.
Well, that's
for
my
people to
fear
talk to
also
us.
too. It's like, so there'll be like a package just dropped, and like I'm in Hollywood. My house is in Tarzana.
Yeah.
Okay, so if people don't know, that's about 14 miles, right?
Which
but-
in the country is 14 minutes.
Yeah, that's real quick.
Right.
In LA, that can be literally an hour drive.
Yeah. You can need a haircut by the time you get to your house. That's like you can get your haircut in LA, and then by the time you get to the valley,
Don't let me forget
It's
the
time for another
haircut
one.
story either. I got a
Okay.
haircut story. So so like there'll be a package, and there's certain things that I want to make sure I got. And like they'll be like, the Amazon package has been dropped. I'm like, no! And I just jump in my car and drive as fast as I can. But the funniest thing about most of the neighborhoods I live in, Johnny, there's a good chance that I'm the biggest scumbag on the block.
that's what you want. Yeah.
Right?
That's ideal.
Like sometimes I go on the road these nice city. I'm like, you know where the bad area is? Wherever I'm standing. Wherever I am at that moment is the scumbag area of your city.
You gotta get Dropbox. They make these big boxes that people can put. They put packages in. They lock when they close it.
Where on your like your porch?
Yeah, you just put them on your porch or in your yard. Yeah.
So Johnny, this is the most hilarious shit, right? So I end up so the guy installing it is this wonderful dude.
The security system.
Yeah, the guy installing it. His name is Abraham, and he's Nigerian.
I bet it's a great time for people installing security systems right now
Oh,
around
for
LA.
sure, bro.
There's so much crime.
Well,
man.
we'll get into that as well. And and don't let me pin that. So pin that.
crime in LA. Pin
No,
crime
security cams, government.
in-
Pin
Okay.
that.
Oh god.
So Abraham is the nicest guy. He had to drive from
Does he have many sons? I wonder.
he has 3 kids.
Father Abraham has
Yeah,
many
I
sons.
mean, instantly guys find out how many kids you got. It's almost a sign of bragging.
Many sons had Father Abraham.
Yeah. How many kids you got? 3? Wow. Oh, I got 2. You've done better than me. Hey, I got to catch up, right? I don't know what the female equivalent of that is.
I think it's probably the same thing.
Or is it how long you've
kids.
been married?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
How long have you locked down this dick?
Yeah. Probably.
Right?
Probably that. Yeah.
I don't know. We can get into all that as well. But so he's there. So we're having a situation with the doorbell isn't connected to anything because they took out the old ring and they left the wires, but it
got
actually
it.
wasn't attached because he would take go and it should go and nothing went ding dong ding dong.
Right.
So the landlord calls an electrician to come. The electrician shows up. He's first generation Mexican.
Good for him.
Okay, so let me tell
Did
you
you
about
need to bring
Abraham. He's from
XG to translate for
Nigeria.
you?
He's from Nigeria, and he
You got like a United Nations going on at your house.
loves America. You know who loves America? Africans. You know who hates America? African Americans, okay? Like Africans. Have you ever met a Nigerian that wasn't happy? Have you ever met somebody from Africa that wasn't the happiest person you've ever met?
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
They're always happy.
They are, yeah.
So
It's because they're not in Nigeria anymore.
100%. But he talks about lovingly. He's like, oh, you would love it in Nigeria. You would love it.
Would you?
Yeah, that's what he says. So
Would you though?
So he's waiting for the first generation Mexican to put the electronics in, to put the wiring for the doorbell ring. They start talking, and both of them agree how much they love living in America. I'm just watching this kumbaya moment happen in the middle of my living room where a first-generation Nigerian and a first-generation Mexican talk about how happy they are in America.
So funny.
Is that hilarious?
I don't even know what to say about that. It's like, oh yeah, how shitty was it where you're from? Oh, real shitty. Dude.
Yeah,
It's way better.
This is a great country. It is so. Oh yeah, it's so great to be here. So lucky to be. They were literally saying that.
I'm so happy, Holmes. I'm so happy to be here,
so
bro.
Happy.
They're cutting people's heads off in
It was
Mexico, man.
so
What are they doing in
hilarious.
Nigeria, bro?
And then you tip everybody, and so we ended up tipping a lot of money to people because I would tip them, and then Dana didn't know I tipped them,
Oh,
so she
they
would
got
tip
double
them.
tipped.
So, and of course, they didn't say anything. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, thank you. Oh, I didn't expect this at all."
I think that's like a Curb episode where
Right.
they get double tipped and Larry
So-
confronts him.
So I'll get back to the security camera, but it's very funny. So I did a gig in Yuma over the weekend, which was great. And I take Zane Helberg, and I have my friend Darren.
Okay.
Darren's black. And the reason I say this is because I like to take people on the road with me that I see are grinding, and I think like it's their turn to get a little love. So I like to take him on the road. And I've seen Darren do it a couple shows, and he's just grinding, and he's a really good guy, right? So,
Yeah.
so we're leaving Friday morning. I go, be at my house at 11 a.m. sharp. We're leaving. Zane's featuring Darren.
You drove to Yuma?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Well, because I couldn't get I would have to pay for all of them to fly. When I could get all of them there.
No, I just assume you would
it's a
fly and then they would drive.
No. It's a 4-hour drive. And Johnny, I love driving to gigs. As long as it's not like half a day, I'll drive.
How long was that drive?
4 hours.
4 hours. Okay, it's not too bad.
Not bad. And I like it because I can zone out. Like I can just drive and not talk and not have to be responsible. I can ignore phone calls.
I just like listening to music.
Oh yeah, we were listening to
my
music
favorite.
too. By the way,
About driving.
I know I'm getting old because I'm really into Elvis right now. Like Elvis is my
great,
jam.
man. Love Elvis.
What's it? Crying in a Chapel, bro. I could listen to that all day.
My dad loved Elvis, or loves Elvis. He grew up.
I
with him.
love Elvis.
Yeah, he's great, man.
He's great, man. And guess what? It calms my kids down.
They like Elvis too?
Oh, man, they'll be going nuts. I'll crank on some Elvis. They'll be quiet and listen. I am so excited.
Which era of Elvis calms them down the most, would you say? Late Elvis, probably?
Early Elvis.
Oh, early Elvis, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Early Elvis.
The jangly rock and roll stuff, interesting.
So like the 50s, right? Isn't that crazy? Like, do you think when let's say I was born in the 70s and 100
Let's say
years
that.
before that, right?
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, let's go from the reference point of being
okay.
born in the 70s
Yeah.
versus, 1970 versus 1870, right?
It's completely different.
Right.
Planet.
But like how much of 1870s culture was around in 1970s? But here it is 2023 and we're 27 years, which is a long time, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
And Elvis is still very relevant.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
think
totally.
the amount of culture from 100 years ago will be a lot more relevant
I think
today?
I do think that has a lot to do. Well, I'll take you up on one thing though. Think about classical music, like Beethoven, Mozart. All those guys predate the 1870s, and they're all still around. I mean, they're taught.
But
in
how
schools and
much
stuff.
are they actually in rotation?
Yeah, not much, but everybody knows their names. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think the thing I was originally going to say is I think that has a lot to do with there not having been any physical media at that time. There's no way for people to pass around records or anything.
The dissemination, right? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Dissemination of the entertainment was controlled by a couple.
Yeah, and it was all live. I mean, you had to go somewhere.
Like
to
you
see
couldn't record something and play it back
Right.
all the time. That was a huge deal. Sebastian has a joke about that. About when you recorded a song when we first got tracked little
on tapes. Yeah, I used to do it all the time.
You record a song, you could play it over and over. It was such a big deal.
Yeah. And you had to like time it just right to make sure you didn't get the commercial in there.
Yeah,
you know, so you could,
yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. So anyway.
And I always hated it when the DJ would talk over the song, you know, like, oh, coming up now, Weezer,
it's like,
Undone, the sweater song.
Get out of here, dude.
Fuck you, dude. I'm trying to listen to this.
What music did your dad make you listen to when you were a kid?
It was all country music I grew up with.
Really?
It was rough.
Mine was Motown.
Yeah, some oldies. Some oldies.
Loved Motown.
There were some oldies. I loved oldies.
So we're doing a gig. We're leaving at 11. Okay? I was going to leave at 8 or 9, but then I'm like, it's only 4 hours, and I want to be there all day. Yeah. We're leaving at 11.
Okay.
It's
I have a feeling you
o'clock.
don't leave at 11 is what I'm going to
Well,
guess.
I'll tell you what. So I hit, it's 11 o'clock, and I go, Zane, where are you? He goes, I'm standing right here. Darren's not there.
Wait, we're standing right where?
He's standing right there at the parking lot where I'm parked.
Okay.
I just didn't see him.
I got it. Okay.
So he's there on time. Darren's late. It's the first time I'm going on the road with Darren. He's late. He's late 20 minutes. Right? I'm like, ah. And he shows up. He's like, sorry, I was getting Chick-fil-A. And I go, hold on. Are you late because you're eating chicken? I go, could you be more of a black stereotype? Is it possible?
Fried chicken.
He got quiet, bro. Everybody, am I an asshole for saying that? It's a joke.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It's a joke. I go, you're late. You're right on black tie because you're eating chicken. Is that funny? That's funny to me. Is that racist?
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
As you yawn there.
Yeah. Oh God! Did he? Oh, that's so funny. Did he get? Was it weird later, or did he laugh?
Great.
Okay.
He's great. He's so funny.
Because that's like, I mean, that's
crushed,
perfect.
bro. And it's fun to get somebody out of the road, out of LA, to go and entertain people that like going to a comedy show is a big event.
Yeah, which is anywhere that's not LA, basically,
Right.
in New York.
So we go out there, and Yuma is like a border town. And
those are like war zones right now, from everything I've heard.
Yeah. El Paso is for sure. That's where they're just flooding the borders.
Unbelievable.
It's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, a little bit.
So we go out there and we do the shows, and Darren crushes. Like, I didn't expect him to crush that hard. I'm like, oh fuck, he crushed. Josh had to follow him. Josh learned a lot about himself that day, which is what we call getting an education. You find out a lot about yourself when you're fucking following fire. He did great. Zane went up there, crushed. I did my show, had a great time, got off stage, and dude, we're talking to all these people. So this one guy is like this comic who's a fan of mine is like, hey, make fun of my parents. I go, what? What am I,
a comedian?
Yeah.
And was he on the show?
Yeah, he actually, all the locals did really well. They had great sets.
And he asked you to make fun of
He
his
goes, hey,
parents
man,
in
if
the audience?
you're going to make fun of people, my parents right there. I go, okay.
Got it.
He goes, no, those are right there. I go, okay. He goes, no, dude, right? I go, okay. Okay. All right, chill. What am I, a freaking jukebox? Are you putting a quarter machine picking songs right now?
Pulling a string on your ass?
Yeah, what am I, a puppet? So I go up on stage, and the two people just sitting quietly were his parents. And I could not tell if they were enjoying the show or not. But I ended up just talking about his dad giving his mom anal for 5 minutes. I'm like, your son want me to talk to you.
How did they react to that?
I thought he was miserable to death.
That's great.
I thought he was miserable. He goes,
better.
dude, that was a great show. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm like, oh.
Some people just don't show it.
Yeah, some people aren't. You know what? He's from a generation where men didn't show emotions.
Stoicism.
Like, hey, this is him. I walk up to you. I had the best time. I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing.
That's so fun. That's what I imagine it's like to hang out with Daniel Day-Lewis. You know, it's just like he's just
No,
serious all the
dude.
time.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I think actors go nuts because they end up changing their personality so much for roles that sometimes they don't snap back.
Well, the people who take it very serious, like the method people, who take it super
which is
serious.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Like,
Yeah,
guy
for
goes
sure.
into the log cabin to get in. Like, you can't just come back from that.
Yeah, there are a lot of stories of the great old actors. That like Michael Caine, maybe it was somebody like that. That they're just like, dude, it's just acting. You're pretending to be someone else. Get over yourself.
That's a big
Might
problem.
have been Paul Newman. Actually.
I can't really enjoy acting anymore because I realize it's so much rich kids just playing, make believe.
Oh, that's yeah. I mean,
And
the
like,
industry's ruined by that.
As a kid, I would I looked up to actors. I thought they were doing something honorable.
Yeah, maybe you used to be. Maybe
Really?
Maybe
it was
more
just
than-
the
more than
presentation of it,
more than now.
right?
I think.
And now it's just like they're so political and they're always on one side, and it's just like they just gaslight everybody, and I'm just like, I'm over it.
It all
And I have
started-
zero desire to be an actor. Like, I have no desire.
You did it one time, though, right?
Would I be in a show like one line in a Friends thing? Yeah, where it's like, hey, dude, no jerking off. That's like the extent of my acting I want to do.
You did it one time. Have
Yeah.
aspirations, all right?
When I first moved here, when I was very naive about what acting is, maybe, but no, not after that. So, anyways, we do the show, get off, and then of course the local comic, who's a very nice guy, wants me to meet all the sponsors.
The sponsors of the show.
Yeah, and one of the sponsors was this hot hairstylist. And we're talking, and she has all this occult symbolism on her face.
Oh, great.
And I'm like, and she has Aleister Crowley's so above, so below on her face.
As above, so below.
As above, so below. And all I can think is like, this chick loves anal. Right? Any chick in Aleister Crowley loves butt stuff. That's
I bet she knows more about butt stuff than actually what Aleister Crowley said too, right? If you
no,
have to get to it.
Aleister Crowley was in the crazy stuff.
No. What I'm saying is, usually the people that have like tattoos and stuff, they don't know anything actually about Aleister Crowley. You know what I'm saying? They're just into like being edgy and having tattoos.
Yeah, I remember I did Mark Maron's podcast, and I was like, oh, dude, Aleister Crowley, what a garbage guy, or something like that. He's like, hey, leave him out of this. I'm like, whoa, bro. Whoa.
What? Really?
Whoa, really? But there was some sort like Aleister Crowley is the nerd dork Paul Bunyan, right? Like there's this tall tales of him, like of just is so stupid. Like him playing like chess versus five guys while he banged a chick. And it was just like this, like, and then like he's like a special agent who like either him or he's battling this other guy with magic and they were jumping out of planes.
He's so clearly the occult L. Ron Hubbard. It's so obvious.
No,
it's just all a bunch of made up stuff.
A nerd dork.
Right, but that's what L. Ron Hubbard was. He was a science fiction author.
Yeah, they're all nerd
who
dorks.
just made a myth about himself. That's what Aleister Crowley did. Exactly.
Which is why I can't stand Hollywood. Like this like people trying to write for outlaws being nerd dorks. Like everything is a stereotype of an outlaw.
Yeah, I will. I mean, the average profile of a writer, though, is going to tend to be more that than the performers are more like you, and the writers tend to be more nerd dorks.
And you think that's always been like that? Or
Well, think about it. It was all these nebbishy, like Jewish guys writing for all the shows back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. It was so. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
okay, respect.
I mean, Woody Allen, started out as a writer like that, and if you look at there's a picture of him with the writers' room for like Sid Caesar or something like that, and it's just all these nerdy little white guys. So I do think it's always been
okay,
a-
respect.
Think about SNL. I mean, it's always been that type of the
Not
guys.
anymore. Now it's
No, but
like-
it used to be. It used to be
now
all the
it's
Harvard
kids
grads,
writing
and
now it's kids writing it. So yeah, so that was the show. It was fun, you know. And then they had an escape room there, and you know, there's white people there because they have an escape room.
Only white people need to add drama to
Yeah,
their life.
100%. It's like, let's pretend we're getting kidnapped. That's so much fun. Oh my God,
Does that
Sarah.
appeal to you in any way?
No,
An escape room?
I have no desire to
Me
go
either.
there.
0%. Yeah.
None. I practice martial arts to get out of that situation.
Yeah. Well, it's like simulating traffic. You know, like, oh, something's gonna hold me up on the way. If I wanted that, I would just drive home. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
My God.
It goes down to like everybody loves horror film, but who really loves horror films? Young chicks, right? They love horror films.
Yeah. A lot of them are terrible too.
They love it because it's like they like young, especially if you're hot. Your life is so pampered.
Yeah.
Right? You are the number one demographic that money gets spent on. More money gets spent on young women than any other demographic in the world. And then they cry about the patriarchy. It's so hilarious, right? But they are the ones who love escape rooms. They are the ones who love horror flicks. And it fits because it's like you're watching it, you get lost in it. It becomes this fight or flight thing.
That you don't get in your life.
Yeah, because everything else is yoga, free Coke, black guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just living this wonderful life.
Have you noticed as you've gotten older, my sensitivity to violence and movies has gotten greater since have you noticed that in your life? That you're more sensitive to violence in movies now. I'm a little more sensitive to like
with
really.
kids, I can't watch it. I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
When I see a kid
I
get
used
hurt, I'm
to-
like, nope, not
It used
into
to never
this.
bother me violence in movies, but now sometimes remember? Did you watch 1917? That movie
I think I have. I'm
with
not
that World War I movie from like 2 years ago that was on.
No, probably not. No.
Okay, anyway, this guy gets stabbed, and I remember the first time I got a little nauseous watching this guy get really intimate, like slow stabbing, realistic. And that's something that's new in me, I think, as I get older.
Well, you know
for
what was
some
really
reason, I don't know
weird? Have you seen in Canada where that guy got stabbed at the Starbucks? And like he's
No.
bleeding out and people are just filming.
why. Really?
Like, oh my,
Oh, no.
look it up, dude. Oh my God, this
do
guy's
we wanna
getting
watch that,
stabbed. Well, I mean,
Does he die?
oh yeah.
No, I don't want to watch it. That's gross. God, that's really sad, dude.
It's super sad, but the
It is
reaction.
bystander. I mean, bystander effect is real. It's
but
the real
here's
thing.
the whole thing: the guy has a knife. What are you gonna do? Hey, stop it! It's like
The wait, a guy is stabbing him, or he stabbed himself.
no, the guy stabbed him,
Okay, and is still there.
and he's in the Starbucks.
Okay, that's where somebody with a gun would helped quite a lot there.
Yeah, it's Canada.
Yeah,
It's crazy, bro.
it's too bad.
Yeah, but the guy's like, oh my God. This guy's like, oh my God, he just died, dude. Look, I'm like,
How about call the cops?
yeah, like what is wrong with you?
I mean, at least
Like what is wrong with you?
anything but that. I watched this guy. I'll show you this. This guy is getting attacked by an elk, and these people are in this car behind him, just watching. Just watching. They could have helped him with their car. Watch this. This video is crazy. He's a photographer. He's taking photographs of elk, and
Does he die?
no. Wait, you'll see. It's not violent or anything. Okay, here it is. But it's like headbutting him. He's on the ground trying to be limp, so that he won't appear like a target to it, I guess. And look at these dipshits back here in this car. They're just hanging out the window, checking him out.
It's a little scary. Huh? It's a little scary.
Whoever's taking the video that we're hearing is
He's about goofy anyway, that one.
Yeah.
I mean, look, those sharp ass horns could kill this guy.
Yeah. Don't know the gentleman.
This goes on for 5 minutes. Nobody doing shit. This GMC could just come up here and clear this elk off at any moment.
Sure. For sure.
And I've heard this guy talk about it. He was like fearing for his life this whole time.
Yeah, I would get my car going. Today's the day. I would just yell Sparta and run.
And so he finally stands up when the thing turns away from him. And still, nobody's doing shit, dude.
yeah, sorry.
This car's just back here. Finally, somebody gets up in this white car, and he's able to get into it. Well, like, what are people up to, man? Rubbernecking. Rubbernecking has become a real, actual pandemic. The pandemic of rubbernecks.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, I don't want to get involved. It's crazy, bro.
Isn't that? It's just like,
Bro, I
what do
live
you
for
do?
those moments, bro. I'd be like, give me the hit wheel.
I would love to help.
And I just run right down fast and furious. And I'd just be Vin Diesel, be like, this is about family. And I just run him over.
You're like Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies.
This is about family. And I'd hit the guy, cut the deer's heads off, put out my car.
You kill the man in the process.
Mad Max it everywhere I go.
Kill the man in the process.
No, dude, I'm a valet, bro. I valet way back in the day. I can pinpoint put a
Okay.
car in a box, bro,
All right.
in a sliver, dude.
I'll take your word for
Let me
that.
take your Hummer and put it in a sliver, bro, because I'm Armo, dude. Boom, and I just hit it. I just hit it.
You ever have any little accidents, valet?
Bro,
Just don't tell anybody.
the first day I drove
First
a
day?
car.
Really?
I'm at the Argyle Hotel. I think it's called the Sunset.
Wait, the first day you were valeting, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's this crazy ass, it's this 5-store garage, but it's super narrow.
Oh, no. Yeah, I hate that.
And you have to figure out how to drive that thing, dude.
Line it up perfect.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. So anyways, I go around with a van and I clip the side. Oh. Bang. And I don't know what to do. So I'm just like, fuck it. I can't keep going, bro. I just fucked the whole side of the car out. And I didn't know what to do.
What happened? Did you just not do anything?
And the guy, the dude who was the head of security, who was also in charge of valets. This is back when hotels would have their own valets. Now they're all outside because insurance-wise, it's impossible.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah.
So they have outside security.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, outside valets. And he's like, I was watching the film. I love how you just kept going. I mean, just the whole side fucked it up.
What did you tell anybody, or did you just
Yeah,
hope they don't notice?
like,
Okay.
dude, what are you gonna bring it up and I don't know what happened to your car, bro. I parked it was fine.
Somebody must have hit
There's
it.
some kind of Yeti down there, or Bigfoot or something. I wish we had ADT. We could go to the cameras.
Well, it's 1997. We're screwed. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it was like 90. Yeah, again, 98, 90. It was crazy, bro.
That's great.
It was nuts. So Johnny, when
I have security cameras, government, sickler artist not putting up with shit, and then a haircut.
okay, so I'm gonna finish up this. I'm gonna go back to cameras. Okay. So when I go do a gig on the road, I like to get my hair cut.
Okay.
Okay, I like to trim it up.
Why would you want somebody different cutting your hair every time?
No, I mean I do it. I go to my hairstylist before I go on the road.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, I like to get it cut, and I always show him a picture. And now lately, he gives me the January 6th haircut.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
You got the high and tight.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
real tight.
And I don't want. I just want to trim down, and he gives me the I hate gays because I can't have sex with all the gays.
You do
right?
look like a straight edge, like a Henry Rollins Black Flag kind of
totally.
early 90s. Yeah.
And I decided, Johnny, that the
guys from
problem
Sons
is-
of Anarchy who are the Nazis. That's what you look like.
100%. 100%. That's what I look like. And I'm not going for that. I'm just going for a trim down. Okay? And he gives me the January 6th. And it's just like, dude. And and I've decided, I don't know if you know this, Johnny, but when you keep going to the same hairstylist, eventually they start treating you like old pussy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Treat you like old pussy.
Yeah.
I've hit this a bunch of times.
Take you for granted.
The
yeah.
magic's gone. I'm taking you for granted.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, where are you going? What are you gonna do? Right?
Well, you going to Sport Clips? Yeah, right. Why don't you go to Sport Clips?
Go find somebody else you think you got it better. You came to me for a reason. Remember when you're new, they're like, oh, dude, you had great hairline. You're looking great.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing the razor. They care. They don't get out the shaver on everything. They're actually doing it with
Scissors. Yeah.
scissors. They're
Real
like,
careful.
oh, really? Tell me more about your problem.
They let you look at it with the mirror from behind. You
Yeah.
know, they're like, "How do you like that?
Oh
Does
my
that line
God,
look
they're putting
okay?"
hair product in your hair.
Yeah,
Oh, here, dude.
Give you a shampoo in the middle
let
of
me
it,
do
yeah.
a shampoo. You want shampoo on us? Shampoo. They're just whining and dining you. And then after about 5 times, they're like, yeah, you're hooked. Where are you going to go? Oh, you're going to go, where are you going to go? Supercuts?
You're not going back to sport clips.
Yeah, where are you going? And that you know they don't care about you anymore and the relationship they've moved on because your haircut takes less than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At 15 minutes, boom, shut it down.
Yeah.
You're out. I got to get a new hairstyle. I want to be new pussy for somebody.
Somebody's waiting.
Somebody out there is
already
going to be
for you.
happy to hit this.
They got somebody else waiting to come sit in your chair.
Yeah, you're like, hey, is there someone else coming? Don't worry about it.
Who's that outside the window looking in there?
Don't worry about it.
Are you
Stop
thinking about?
texting
Are your eyes wandering, or are you thinking the
for
grass
sure.
is
And
greener?
I always feel bad when I wander and get a haircut. And here's the whole thing I've learned about hairstylists, and they're great. I love them. I know we got some.
Some of them, I'm
that
sure some
listen.
of them are terrible.
Oh, there's some bad. I mean, here's the whole thing. Like, imagine being like hungover having to cut people's hair.
Oh, it's not an easy job cutting hair.
Not well. It's
Because it requires
recession
attention.
proof. It's
Yeah.
recession proof.
It's
People-
not pandemic proof though, as we learned.
No, but what they did is they all went and they started doing like a
Street.
oh yeah,
street
underground black market haircuts.
cuts, or on the sidewalk. Remember
They'll
that?
be like, "Hey man, I'll come to your house for $100." I'm like, "Dude, we're not running blow here.
Yeah, that's what it's like in like a black market drugs. That's great.
Dude, I'm not asking you to give me snuff films. Like, what are we talking about here? Just fucking come cut my hair for $60. You're lucky to get to work. Nah, man, I'm living underground now.
not worth
I'm
it.
a criminal.
Could lose my license. Not worth it.
Yeah, I could lose my license. It's not worth it.
Hey, call me back on a different line.
Yeah, call me.
Is this a protected line?
Call me on a different line.
This is a secure
The
line.
government's listening, which gets us back to our thing. So I go and I get in the the security cameras put in. This was 1 week ago.
Okay.
Security cameras are put in. Today, the government is trying to pass a new TikTok ban bill. Have you seen this?
Yeah, we talked about it a little. Yeah.
Chaos. It is chaos, Johnny.
It's very vague from what I've seen. Yeah. Like they could take a lot of power with it. If
All of it, dude. There's a ton of power. They will legally allow to spy on you through. Like, here's the whole thing. What they want is to legally be able to do something that they're already doing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like that's all it is. It's not that they're gonna stop doing it or they won't do it. They're already doing that. Now they just want permission to do it legally. But the scariest thing is like, so if you go to China, everyone talks about Chinese censorship. Everybody's got a VPN there. Everybody.
It is. I mean, they are at risk of going to jail. I'm sure, though. I mean, it is illegal.
But it's literally everywhere, Johnny.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about it openly. Like if you go do stand up in China,
I know Chinese
they'll tell
people,
you,
yeah, who do it.
they'll go, don't talk about politics.
Those same people I talk to, though, like I can't. They're afraid to talk about politics while they're in China. You know, the people that I knew that are there.
Yeah, they're like, you can't talk politics while you do stand up because the government will send people to stand up shows.
I mean, that's like East Germany. I mean,
Right? Well, it's China,
it's crazy.
right? So, and like before all you liberals out there start talking about, oh, that's just military industrial complex. No, that's what I was told when I was in Shanghai by people that live in Shanghai. Don't talk. There are certain things they didn't want you to talk about. One thing they did want you to talk about was Japan whooping China's ass.
And what? Like you mean
War.
the war? The war?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's holding a grudge for a long time.
Yeah, well, I mean, would you, if you were a giant superpower, would you want anyone to know you got your ass kicked by a midget country, like a tiny country?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, Japan's traditionally a pretty badass country, though.
Yeah, but look how small it is compared to China.
Yeah.
That's like Connecticut beating the shit out of America,
I guess so. Yeah. Good point.
right? But if you see this bill, Johnny, if you get a VPN and access, let's say, InfoWars.
See, I haven't seen where VPN. I read that VPN is not mentioned in the bill. Anyway.
No, it is. If you go on my Twitter, you can find it. They show you where VPN, where if you use
But
a VPN.
they said the
that
words VPN actually
yeah.
aren't mentioned in the bill. Is
I
what
saw it.
Okay. But what it is worse though. It's like it's because it's not only a VPN. It's if you try to do these things any other way, not just the VPN. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyway.
Dude, they make these bills so confusing.
Yeah.
And I think that's on purpose.
Oh, well, the funniest thing is the people voting on the bills don't even read the bill. They just sign it off on it. So
Dude, there's so many of them are way too, like, they've done the math, and in the time that they've debated some of these bills, it would not be possible for a person to read them.
yeah,
Is what they found.
Right.
Like, you have like 20,000 page bills. Think about that. How does that? I mean, that makes no sense.
Yeah, and that's all done on purpose, Johnny. That's all done on purpose. It's crazy, dude.
Isn't it great that it makes me doubt that TikTok was ever a threat almost?
No, here's the thing. TikTok is no different than any of the other ones. It's just the difference is the Chinese government gets the data
instead of the
and not
American
our
government.
government.
Yeah, I think you're right about
So
that.
the question becomes, what's a bigger threat to you, Johnny? You or the U.S. government?
Yeah, it's definitely the U.S. government. Yeah.
For sure. Without a doubt, man. Without
Always
a doubt.
has been.
So, Johnny, do you want to do some... what else can we talk about? I mean, I got other stuff I can talk about.
I'll tell you one funny thing. I got a little atrocity. I had a hell of a week last week. We were originally going to go see some of Danielle's family, and then we were going to go see
met her
some
family
of my
before?
Yeah, I've met all of her family. But
Why did you guys come last night?
she had to work this morning at 7, so it's
I
like she was
thought-
trying to get out of it, but she couldn't. We were gonna do that. She got food poisoning. The
Diarrhea?
No, the other
Explosive?
vomiting.
Which is the
from seafood.
diarrhea of mouth.
The diarrhea of the mouth, exactly. The night we were flying out the next morning that night. So I went ahead and just went to North Carolina to see my family. And then she started feeling better the next day. So she's like, you know what? I'm just going to meet you in North Carolina. She got a flight. I was going to pick her up. I was leaving at midnight. Her flight arrived in Charlotte at 5 a.m. I was driving my mom's car, which is what I do when I'm there. And I was about halfway there. It's midnight. And I'm listening to a TV show on my phone, listening to it. I just put it in the seat next to me.
Yeah.
And there's a loud explosion on the TV. And it's like really loud in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just like, like that. And then I look down and I realize that I got a blowout. A tire's blown out on the car.
Oh,
and I'm going
no.
like 60 miles an hour down the road.
Oh, no.
And it's just making this crazy sound. So I get over as soon as I can.
And
pull
your
over.
old lady's in the car.
No, she's not there. I'm on my way to get her at the airport.
Oh, snap.
And it's like a 2-hour drive. She's supposed to get there at 5 a.m. And I had editing to do for us. It was like a tinfoil episode or something. And so I pull over, and I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to have to change this tire. I get out. There's a giant hole in it. I mean, it just chewed up the tire, dude. I pushed the tire, and puffs of smoke just come out of the tire because it was, so hot from just driving on the wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
So I go around to the back. Here's the atrocity. I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to change the tire. Not fun. It's raining. It's midnight. It's cold. Lift up the rear of this Cadillac. It's a Cadillac SUV, not an Escalade, but a Cadillac SUV, XT5. Open it. There's a patch kit for a tire. And I'm like, oh, cool, patch kit. It's not going to work because I have giant holes in the tire.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to lift this part up to get to the spare tire.
Yeah.
There's no spare tire in the car.
Oh, my God.
They don't come with spare tires. I Google it. They stopped putting spare tires in Cadillac SUVs like 10 years ago.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why would
it's
you do
essential.
that?
And
Yeah,
I'm in the middle.
Johnny,
I'm in the middle of nowhere, dude. At midnight,
100% an atrocity, bro.
and I call the OnStar.
Yeah.
And they're
Johnny,
like-
call Cadillac right now. I want to talk to them. Call them. I want to talk to them right now. Call their service. I want to ask them why the fuck did they not put a call?
Did he really?
Yeah, call Cadillac. I want to have
Okay.
a talk with them and ask them why they think as a company they don't have to give you a spare tire, that you're buying a Cadillac, the Cadillac of Cadillacs, okay? And they don't think they got to give you a spare. Call them up right now.
I call OnStar. I'm looking at it. I call OnStar, right? And they want to take me to a city that's like 2 hours in the wrong direction. They would tow me, but in the wrong direction. And then I'd have to find my own way back. So I couldn't pick up my girlfriend. And they were going to charge me like $500 for the privilege. So I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like I said, I have to call a guy in the neighboring town. And he comes and picks me up, takes me back home, hour back in the wrong direction. And then I have to get my sister's car. And I get there at like 3 a.m. I edit the episode, get no sleep in the hotel room, go pick her up at 5. It was just a travesty. I'm calling right now.
Call them right up and let them know Daddy's not excited.
Daddy's not
right
happy.
now.
Here we go.
Just tell him Daddy's not happy.
All calls may be monitored or recorded.
Oh, you bet they are.
In a few words, please tell me why you're calling.
Why don't you have a spare tire?
Okay, I'll transfer you to roadside assistance.
Thank you.
Not roadside
Please hold while I
assistance.
transfer your call.
No, do not transfer.
That's the wrong thing. Hold on, let me call him back. That's not what we want.
Okay, so what
we
do
don't
we want?
roadside assistance. We want customer service. I mean,
Customer
complaints,
service. Do it
complaints.
again.
We have a complaint. That's what it is.
Thank you for calling Cadillac. Para español, marque 9.
I don't think we're going to mark a 9.
Yeah, we are not
All calls
marking
may
the
be
way,
monitored or recorded. In a few words, please tell me why you're calling.
We want customer service.
We have a complaint.
We have a complaint.
Let's be sure you get to the right type of representative. Why are you calling?
We have a complaint.
We have a complaint. We're complaining.
All right, I'll get a Cadillac representative to assist you.
There we go.
Okay. We know your time is valuable. Instead of waiting on hold,
For
you can
40 minutes.
easily chat with the next available
Yeah, but this is gonna
advisor
be too
over
long.
text.
Nope.
If you're calling from a mobile phone, press 1, and we'll send you a convenient text message to start the conversation. Or press 2 if you'd still like to wait to speak with a phone advisor.
We want to speak with a phone
Please hold
advisor.
while I transfer your call.
She didn't sound happy. Do you see how her tone changed?
She's like,
Please
fine,
hold while I transfer.
fine.
your call.
All of our
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Thank you for calling the Cadillac
Hello. How are you?
customer assistance.
How are you?
I'm fine. This is
My
Belva.
name is Sam Tripoli.
Yeah.
You've probably heard of me. My name is Sam Tripoli.
No, sir.
Oh, you don't
I'm
listen to
sorry,
Tinfoil Hat?
I am-
Do you listen to podcasts?
No, I don't, sir.
Well, maybe
Are
you
we
should
on a
support 'em.
podcast?
You right now. We're calling in right now because we want to express to you, and I know it's not your fault because I'm for workers and you're a worker, and I respect you that you're earning a wage to pay your bills and be a good young Christian warrior. Okay, but I just want to say something. We're very upset with Cadillac right now. Hello.
Yes, I'm listening. Are we on a podcast,
No.
sir, or are you? May I ask?
I am
Okay.
calling to tell you that I am upset that Cadillac does not give their cars spare tires. What, that is un-American. Hello? I can't.
We have a Cadillac XT5, and we had a blowout.
A blowout.
No spare tire.
Just
Patch
blown
kit.
out.
Useless. They hung up on us.
They hung a fuck you, Cadillac. I'm on to you, okay? You think this war is over? It's just begun.
Boycott Cadillac.
But now I like Cadillac.
Don't boycott Cadillac.
Don't boycott Cadillac.
Call them.
Call them and express to them how upset you are that they don't put in a spare tire. The tens of thousands that listen to this
You
podcast.
shouldn't have told her you were Sam Tripoli. You scared her. You intimidated her.
Yeah, well, you know what, dude? You got to throw your name around, bro. I don't like to do that. I'm a man of the people, but occasionally you got to understand when the hammer of the gods is coming for them. Johnny, do you feel like you feel validated now?
Not really. No. Vindicated,
I did it for you,
validated.
Johnny.
No, I appreciate it, though. I appreciate you attempting to that was honestly, when I heard her voice, I immediately thought this is the wrong kind of person for us to be yelling at.
That's why I'd express to her I respect her.
I wish it was like a really shitty attitude, like a college girl, or something, or like a white dude with a real like corporate sort of outlook.
If I was Cadillac, I'd only have sassy black chicks answering the phone. That would totally put people in their place.
It works, man. That's a move for sure.
I got a complaint. Yeah, I got a complaint too. I got lots of complaints.
That's the post office. That is the
First
post
of all, I
office.
got to listen to you cry like a baby. You a grown up?
Dude, I almost had a race war at the. I went to get my passport at the post office while I was home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I had an appointment. Showed up at 1:00 with all my paperwork.
Yeah.
Handed it to the lady. She was
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
And there were these two other black ladies behind
Yeah.
me, and she was like, "Oh, okay, sir. I'll take you around. You just meet me at this door." And and then I hear these black ladies as I'm walking past them. They go, "Looks like we just got skipped." And I'm like, "Oh fuck, what are they talking about? And then they just start laying into the guy that works there, like, we were here before him. What the hell is that white boy getting to do back there? Why did he get to go? And he's like, he scheduled an appointment. You didn't have your paperwork filled out.
Yeah.
I was in there like 15 minutes, got my picture made, came out. They were still yelling at this guy, and he was telling them, I'm sorry, but you got the wrong birth certificate. You need the long form birth certificate. You're not even, and she's like, I'm going to Chesterfield. And she left. That was almost a race riot at the post office in Bennettsville.
Almost everywhere, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, what is this? And I guarantee you she thought that was white privilege. And it wasn't. It was me scheduling an appointment and doing my paperwork before I got there.
Listen, if I was black, I would use the race card every time I can.
All the time, dude.
Every time.
My race card would look like a driver's license that you've had like 30 years, and it starts the lamination starts to peel up, and it's like losing its color on the front. You can't read all the dates on it.
If all you had to do was blame something on racism and you get free shit, you get to go to the front of the line.
My race card would look like that Honus Wagner baseball card, that one that sells for like $13 million every now and then.
Yeah,
that's what
mine
it would
would
like.
have all the holes punched multiple times over. There'd be very little left of my punch card because I would be using my race punch card all the time.
You gotta always leave one for reparations. So
What you mean I gotta pay for my food? Do you know where my people came from? I would just use it all the time. Speaking of black people, I was very lucky to be able to produce Tony Rock's new special he shot. It was very cool.
How'd it go? I heard it was great.
Tony Rock annihilated. And
You
dude,
love him. You always talk about how great he is.
he is the best. Tony Rock is the best. And he crushed. And he was like, I hope I can fill it. He sold out 2 shows at the world famous Laugh Factory in Long Beach, which is my favorite Laugh Factory club. Okay? I like Long Beach is blue collar, dog. It's like LA, but blue collar. Everyone's got a real job. They're not in the industry. They got boots on the feet on the ground.
Politically, a lot more
The
sensible,
women have a
too.
lot of weird facial tattoos, like someone just took a big pen and drew on their face. And for some reason, I find that hot.
I find that hot, too.
Yeah, and there's just gorgeous black women all over Long Beach.
High five.
Just hot black ass.
A lot of people that would have yelled at me at the post office the other day.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
down in Long Beach.
you would have caused race wars everywhere you go. DMV,
I am like the poster
post
boy,
office,
too. I look
Jamba
like white privilege.
Juice.
Like, I'm the face of white privilege, too. Like, when people see me, they're like, oh, look at white privilege.
Yeah,
coming
Johnny,
down
you
the sidewalk.
definitely look like you walk around in tiki torches and khaki pants for sure. That's what you look like.
That thing had to be fake, right? That whole
The whole
Virginia
thing,
thing.
dude.
That whole
Johnny,
thing had to be fake.
everything is fake.
Charlottesville. That
It's
was
broken
a joke.
simulation. It's all fake. That should be a new segment where we take a giant pop culture thing and we try to determine, is it real or fake? Dana, you started yelling at me the other day because I was just like, there's some weird stuff going on with this stuff that just happened. I'm not going to say what it is because Dana got really angry at me. But I'm like, it's a little weird. This big high-pack impact event
Oh,
that everyone's
I
talking
know what you're talking about.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
okay.
it's a little weird. Sam.
This thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's like, Sam, you can't say that. And she starts laying into me. I'm like, hey, are we breaking up right now? Do not tell Conspiracy Daddy he can't talk conspiracy.
Nobody puts Conspiracy Daddy in the corner.
Nobody puts Conspiracy Daddy in the corner, okay?
That's the name of the episode for sure.
Nobody puts Conspiracy Daddy in the corner, all right? Guess what? Guess what Conspiracy Daddy's done? Paid for everything,
Oh,
all
good
right?
point. Yeah, that's hard to argue.
Don't tell me I can't.
That's a good point.
So we're shooting it. Hot Tony, and it's so.
I bet his crowd does have some hot black.
Oh,
chicks in it.
gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude.
I bet
there's
he's.
some
I bet
women.
he's been with most of them too. Let's be honest.
I
He
think
runs
he's
through.
married, Johnny. Please.
Oh, okay.
And it was cool. He brought his kid up on stage.
Never mind then. I'm sure they're just friends of his old lady.
But he had people flying in.
Yeah.
It's crazy that Tony Rock hasn't done a special before.
It is, right?
Yeah, it's
'Cause he's a name.
definitely weird.
Yeah.
Well, he's a crusher. He's one of the best comics.
But but even the name thing is what matters more about actually
Listen,
recording a special.
listen,
It seems like
there's
than being
nothing
hilarious.
smoother than a funny black comic.
He's a good actor too.
Yeah, there's nothing smoother. There's no. How,
What is that, you think?
all of his openers crushed.
What is that? The black thing. What is
Rhythm, cadence,
it? Yeah.
and And when you take a look at like
The thing Obama had, right?
yeah, well, it's Obama's a weird one, but yeah,
No, but that was the only thing he had, though. He was an empty suit, but he had that. He had rhythm,
Yeah.
even though he was saying nothing.
And there's also something like you hear like Chris Rock do the joke about how like white movies versus black movies. For the longest time they were like black movies were about like barbecue, car wash, and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's why I like these Jordan Peele movies, even though they're a little weird sometimes and they might have some political undertones to them.
For sure, yeah.
Right, but the fact that they're out of your typical.
I loved black movies, by the way. Growing up, I used to watch them. Baby Boy, that
Yeah.
Dr. Dre movie, Car Wash, Players Club with Bernie Mac, with
Car
Jamie
Wash
Foxx.
was the best.
Yeah, those are good movies.
Most Americans think they spend about $80 a month on subscriptions, but the actual total is closer to $200. If you don't know how much money you spend on subscriptions, you need Rocket Money.
Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. More than 80% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. I know I do, like the streaming service you bought just to watch one show, or that free trial that you never even used. I just bought AMC Plus to watch Mad Men, and I let it run for 3 months after. Waste of $30 right there. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions so you can stop paying for the ones you don't want. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as a click of a button. You find the subscription you don't want and press cancel. Rocket Money does the rest. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. More than 3 million people have used Rocket Money, saving an average of up to $720 a year. Like I said, I found out I had AMC Plus running for an extra 3 months after I stopped using it. I also found a couple of other services that I was paying for that I wasn't using. They bank on that. These companies that you will use their free trial, 7 days pass, you forget about it, you get billed, it gets thrown in the mix of your bank account, you don't notice it for another 6-7 months, and then you've wasted $70 and you'll never get it back. That's where Rocket Money comes in. Stop throwing your money away, cancel unwanted subscriptions, and manage your expenses the easy way. That's by going to rocketmoney.com/broken. That's rocketmoney.com/broken. rocketmoney.com/broken. If your business earns millions or tens of millions of dollars in revenue, stop what you're doing and take a listen, because NetSuite by Oracle has just rolled out the best offer you've ever seen. NetSuite gives you the visibility and control you need to make better decisions faster. And for the first time in NetSuite's 22 years as the #1 cloud financial system, you can defer payments of a full NetSuite implementation for 6 months. There's no payment and no interest for 6 months, and you can take advantage of this special financing offer today. NetSuite is #1 because they give your business everything you need in real time, all in one place, to reduce manual processes, boost efficiency, build forecasts, and increase productivity across every department. This offer from NetSuite is unprecedented. No payments and no interest for 6 months. That's unbelievable for what you're getting. 33,000 companies have already upgraded to NetSuite, gaining visibility and control over their financials, inventory, HR, e-commerce, and more. If you've been sizing NetSuite up to make the switch, then you know, like we said, that this deal is unprecedented. No interest, no payments. Take advantage of this special financing offer at netsuite.com/broken. Again, that's netsuite.com/broken to get the visibility and control you need to weather any storm. netsuite.com/broken.
Yesterday, we had Comedy Chaos, and it was fun, but I'm going to be honest with you, the weirdest show in about the 7-year history of
And by
Comedy
weirdest
Chaos.
show, you mean the crowd.
The crowd was weird, for sure.
It was a unique show, though, right? It's a Tuesday, one show, late show, 10:30.
Some of my new jokes crushed, and some of them, they just stared at me. The one new joke is about how there's all these hot midgets now. Have you noticed that?
I haven't noticed that, no.
Dude, by the way, nothing but... can you go to my Instagram? Well, we just talked about it on Conspiracy Social Club. But it's like, I call them key change chicks.
Like in a music, like the key change?
No, you can put them on your keychain.
Oh, keychain. Okay.
They're so tiny, you just have them on your keychain.
okay.
And if you get roid rage, you just pull them off, hit it a couple times. What? It crushed.
Like pocket pussies?
Yeah, literal pocket pussies. Tiny midget people. They're pocket pussies. Literally, they fit in your pocket. when you're angry, you need a nut. Pocket pussy.
So really, it's a literal fleshlight.
Yeah, literal fleshlight. Yeah. So it was just a weird crowd. So I was talking to Sickler, and dude, dude, there's no better story in the world than Ryan Sickler.
Why is that?
He almost died.
Really?
Yeah, he got back surgery. And
why did he almost die from
And he was
back
telling
surgery?
me he's got weird blood. Like he's got like really like syrupy blood that if he sits still too long, it cannot go well. So he's telling me that. So he had to get all this stuff.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
That is crazy. We should talk to him about that actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
syrupy blood is not a diagnosis I'm familiar with, I have to say.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So he was just telling me, like, he goes on the road, he doesn't put up with shit. And it's like so hard as an artist when you're at a certain level because you just want a gig. And you just want a gig. And
What do you mean that's hard? You'll take anything, is that what you're saying?
yeah.
You'll put up with shit?
Yeah, you'll put up with, he doesn't put up with anything.
What's your
This
example
isn't
of
even
that?
an
though?
interesting story, but it was just a weird night at the store.
You took something away from that, though, it seemed like. You took like
Yeah, that like when I do door deals, not to put up with shit. He was telling me about all these comedy clubs and all the stuff they charge you for when they say they have expenses. Like Josh Wolf the other day told me that one club charged him $500 for linens because they had to clean the linens he was staying.
Well, hey, now what we know about Josh Wolf, maybe.
Oh, yeah, he'll shit the bed. Maybe you're totally right.
Maybe they had a legit case there.
Josh Wolf does stand up on shrooms.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know what happened
Dude,
to the linens.
People do stand up on acid.
I can't imagine.
I could not imagine doing stand up on acid. One time I did it on Tweak and I crushed and I was like, this is never happening again. Oh. Not good. Not good.
For someone like you, that's gotta be
Yeah,
a
that
problem, right?
isn't good at all. So, Johnny, last night this comic went on stage. Johnny, we got to look this up. I don't know if we could show this, but I'm going to tell you something. I saw one of the most unique comics I've ever seen in my life last night. His name is Aaron Belle-Isle. Look this guy up. See if you can find any stand-up on Eric Belle-Isle.
Spell it.
Ahren.
Okay.
That's how you spell Aaron. Belisle. Wait, I don't know if you can show this. This might be a Rockfin exclusive.
I have him on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
You want to see that?
Dude, I want you to see it.
Are they having like just regular full-ass comedians on Kill Tony now? I haven't watched it in a while. I thought it used to be for just full, like, open micers. Sam?
Watch this, dude. Watch this.
Do they have, like, real comedians on Kill Tony?
Watch what he
For
does.
those of you that didn't notice, Torch the Puppet's Puppet Master, whatever you'll call it, put on...
This doesn't count for my minute.
See what he does?
He's got a soundboard or something?
No, he's a mute.
Most of you look confused as fuck right now.
Oh, that's great.
I know what you're all thinking. Who ordered Stephen Hawking off of Wish.com?
Dude, it is fire, bro.
We look similar, but the difference is, Stephen Hawking is smart, and I tell dick jokes. He might be smarter than me, but I would beat him in a race.
Dude, if this guy...
How devastated was he when Stephen
Unless
Hawking
a
died?
hill is involved, then I'm screwed.
He's like, what am I going to talk about now?
Like, he's got a big chunk here on Stephen Hawking.
We also have different conditions. He had amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, and I am Canadian.
What I would love to know is how much of this, because I assume he's got a soundboard there, and most of this is just written already.
Well, yeah, he's just hitting sound bites.
Right, but
dude, if he hired writers...
But what,
oh
forget
my
about it.
God! Yeah. He should just get a pool of black comics together.
Would just, I mean, they...
And he just goes off,
Oh, dude,
bro.
that would be... You hit on something there, man.
Maybe not the M-word, but he could get away with the M-word.
He's just... Yeah. Especially... Oh, yeah. If he really leaned into it, like the the thing, whatever is going on there.
Like if he hired like Dave Attell to write him jokes,
forget about it. Yeah,
it would be the funniest thing.
although I don't think Dave Attell's taking writing gigs for.
Depends.
New,
like, dude, if I could produce this guy's special, I'll be like, David, I'll give you $50,000 to write this guy's act, and then we could shoot it. Oh my! It would be the most
for sure.
fire.
I mean, Netflix would just come race. That'd be a bidding war.
He would, dude, and then all of a sudden his ego blows up, and he's just smacking chicks with that club
fuck
hand
you,
he's
Sam.
got.
Get out of my sight, you piece of shit.
What did I say? Do not look me in the eyes. Where are the hoes at? If I don't get my dick sucked before I go on stage, Daddy will be pissed. You just come in and he's just beating a chick with that club hand of his.
Are these bananas organic? I hate the yellow Skittles, you piece of shit.
Why are there black people on the crew? I told you I'm uncomfortable.
Only black people are Africans, no African Americans. I've told you that 1,000 times.
I'm telling you, bro. We should write this guy's act. Dude, I wonder if he gets off on just like lighting chicks up with his club hand, dog. Just like sticking it in there like a shoehorn.
Fisting him.
Just like, yeah. You like that, don't you?
Wristing. No, he does wristing.
Oh,
he
he's
doesn't do
wristing.
fisting.
There's no fisting. There's only wristing. But, dude, he crushed. By the way.
I believe it. I can see it just from that.
Jason Rouse takes him on the road.
And it's not easy to be funny in this environment right here.
Yeah, it is great, bro. It is great, dude. It was so funny. So, anyways, we produce Tony Rock's show.
Heard about that.
He crushes. And it's like when you listen to black comics use the M-word so much, all you want to do is say the M-word. That's all you want to do. You just want to walk around and use it in the proper thing. I was like, so I was running out of gas in Long Beach. You don't want to get gas in Long Beach at night. It's shady as shit. No. Yeah. But I was in like Tony Rock mode, and I walked up to like, yo, can a nigga get fucking $50 on unleaded? And she just stared at me. I'm like, oh, I just saw Tony Rock show. So sorry, but it felt so good. It felt so good.
That's a Rock fan exclusive right there for you.
Yo, can a nigga get $50 on gas pump 4? Dog, what up?
You idiot. So stupid. Let me write that down. Sam says N-word.
Hard.
No, you did the A. You did the
Yeah,
you did the
listen, I do not want to hear the ER unless it's a woman I'm having sex with. That is literally the only time I want the ER.
Do you want her to treat you like you're a black person too? Like
no,
you
I
black
just want
piece
her
of
to
shit.
yell me. No, I just want her to call me the M-word.
Okay, all right. I bet your credit score sucks. You
no,
black
I don't
piece
want any
shit.
of that. I just want to be degraded with the
Go
M-word.
take care of your children, you mother. None of that. Not okay.
No, none of that, Johnny. But I was talking to this comic.
How many points did you average on the basketball team?
I was talking to this chick the other day, and she wants to have a kid. I go, who do you want to have a kid with? She's like, black guy. I go, why?
She just said a black guy.
Yeah, she goes, because it's cool. I go, well, do you want to raise a kid by
it's
yourself?
cool? Really?
No, I want one of the cool ones, she said. I go, do you talk about it on stage? She goes, no. I go, you should totally talk about that.
Somebody on Twitter the other day.
But Johnny, like, let's get into
What's it in what?
Well, I think we should be able to talk about that stuff. I hate when the crowd get quiet on me.
Yeah,
like it's just you know what joke
you'll never
is
do
killing
that.
right
You'll never
now?
be able to do that in LA.
You know what's killing right now on stage? My bit about how everyone's retarded, crushing.
Would you say retarded?
Oh yeah, crushes.
Good.
I mean, the most liberal crowd laughs their ass off.
Maybe we're getting the R word back. Huh?
Well, it's like I don't use that for special needs people. I think you're a real piece
No,
of shit if you use that for a special needs person.
We use it for actual retards.
Yeah.
Dipshit, dumbass
like,
people.
Ooh, like Trump, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, China Black. Have you heard this now, Johnny? She goes by Angela White now, her real name.
Women in Ford excursions.
Okay. By the way, women, I'm tired. Like this whole thing about women being a kinder, gentler sex is completely based off of our love of our mother.
Oh, no.
Right?
Dude, I have a friend who works in a place with all women, And it is the most cutthroat workplace I've ever. I mean, they just destroy each other.
Johnny, you know why I know that? Do you know why I know that's true? It's because a woman's never let me in traffic. That's how I know that.
They don't even. They'll
They
look
get
like
angry.
a man. If he wants to not let you in, he will pretend he doesn't see you and look straight ahead. A woman will look at you and be like,
Yeah.
Sucks for you, buddy.
Women never let you in traffic.
No,
ever.
Never.
It's a power play.
Especially, I mean, like, look at me, white privilege. You know, they're like, you know what? We're even in the playing field right here. We're gonna
It's just
we're gonna strike back for
unbelievable.
women. Did you see this tweet, dude? That the incoming group of Stanford surgeons. Did you see this thing?
I've already seen this.
Oh my
It is
God.
so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous.
This is where the culture war gets scary, like for what it could mean for our future. Just look at this is an incoming group of surgeons.
Yeah.
And I think it's like surgeon interns maybe at Stanford Medicine. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 10, 13 faces here. Not one white man.
Yeah, I would sue the hell out of them. If I was qualified.
One man, an Asian man. Good for him.
Yeah.
And then the rest is minority women and a few 4 white women.
Dude, listen.
5 white women.
This does a lot of damage, and I'll tell you why.
The country's 30% white men.
Yeah, and there's not one white guy in there.
Not one.
And listen, there's not even one white gay man in there.
Yeah.
Like even the gay white guys are getting screwed out.
Not
now.
even a female to male trans.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So this is what this does, dude. First of all, what you're saying to me, Stanford, these are your highest testers. Now, I'm not saying that's not true. It could be that those are the ones who tested the highest. It's definitely possible. It's possible. 2 out of the 3 people that were the highest grades in my graduating class in high school, 2 out of the 3 were women.
It's funny. It was 2 people, a woman and a guy, and the woman, the girl,
and the guy's now a woman.
The girl went and found out what the guy's classes were, and then against the rules, found out what his class, so she could take classes that had more GPA points than his classes and beat him out. And she beat him out for valedictorian because he didn't care as much.
Why is that illegal?
Because you shouldn't be able to get access to somebody's personal
Johnny?
Records before. She went and got accessed his records on his class decisions, and then just intentionally, and she kind of got, shunned for that.
Well, you know what I find funny is she did all that, and guess what? Nobody gives a fuck.
Here's the Diversity at Stanford Medicine webpage. Our goal is to draw from people with a variety of backgrounds and life experiences to reach a new level of innovation in instruction, research, and patient care.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know what? Here, read that one more time.
Our goal is to draw from people with a variety of backgrounds and life experiences to reach a new level of innovation in instruction, research, and patient care.
You know what it should say? Our goal is to get the smartest, best people who will give you the best surgery you could possibly have.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
Of course. Of course it is. It should be, anyway. Yeah.
But just
the new level is lower. They are reaching a new level. It's just a lower level. That's what they don't mention. They don't say what the level is.
They say level's higher.
Yeah.
We didn't tell you where that level was. Yeah. It's a level lower.
We just said a new level.
It's a new level, but it's lower.
Absolutely.
That's so hilarious, bro. It's just unbelievable. And the funniest thing is Asians getting in on this diversity thing when they have the highest standard of living. The most 2-parent households.
Well, that's what that whole Harvard lawsuit is the Asians, they're getting screwed over by...
You know what? And I have to agree with them.
Action.
That's why I hope a white guy sues the hell out of this school. Just sues the hell out of it. Right? So you don't even have to become a surgeon because you've made so much money.
Yeah.
Sue the hell out of that.
Start your own surgery school.
Yeah. And all those chicks are into weird shit, right? Because super smart chicks are into bondage, right? How many of those chicks do you look at right now and you include the Asian guy in there to get choked?
Oh, it's a high number there because they've spent so much time tight.
Every white chick there
studying,
and the Indian in the bottom.
They're just studying really hard all the time, and they really need an outlet.
But the chick at the top is cute as shit, right?
The
black chick,
yeah. Many of them are.
Oh, I'd knock the bottom out of it. Okay, anything else, Johnny?
Got voicemails if you want.
Okay, let's do some voice. Do we have any new reads we got to read? Any new
ad reads?
No. 5-star reviews.
No, we did those last time. We'll save them up. So we
All
have
right,
a lot.
respect.
But yeah, please leave your 5-star reviews. We will read anything you write in a 5-star review as long as it's not defamatory.
Respect.
All right. So this one is this is someone who calls a dozen times every day. They call way too much. And he apologizes for that here. And then it just is also some evidence that with the gematria stuff, there is a point where you go too far down the rabbit hole. And this guy has gone too far down the rabbit hole.
You've got mail.
Sorry I call so much, guys. I know you don't like me doing that, but hopefully you'll forgive me like I forgive you for
what are you
making fun of me. But like I'm really into gematria and like numbers and letters. So you're talking about Wizard of Oz. So here's a little tidbit. You said it was made in 1939. Well, 1939 plays out to AICI. So if you just keep saying 1939, 1939, 1939, you think AICI, 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 CIA, AICI, AI 19, or 19, AI 39, CI.
Oh, we get it.
And back to the 19, which is AICIA, not I, AICI, 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 AICI. All right, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
Thank you, dude. I think that's interesting too. I think it's interesting that you think that's interesting.
Sometimes you just got to step away from the computer for a little while.
I'm telling you, man.
Put the phone down,
you
stop
start getting
calling
into
us.
those numbers, you can get lost in that, dog.
A lot of people want us to have Gary the Numbers guy back on that show.
I'm trying to get him on, coordinating it.
Good. Okay, because a lot of people have been asking.
Trying to coordinate it. I want Gary the number guy on too.
All right. Let me see.
Yo, Johnny, Sam, what's up, guys?
What's up,
Got an
dude?
atrocity for you.
Oh, snaps.
This one's graphic.
By the way, it's Tino. Sorry, from Pittsburgh. Anyways, so I'm with my
There's
girl,
a
right?
Tino from
Things are
Pittsburgh,
getting hot and
everybody.
heavy. We're laying down on the bed. We start 69ing. She's got me in her mouth. I got her licking it. I'm sticking it with I got a tool in my hand. I got a big dildo. I'm working
That's
it.
enough, dude.
You know, she's got me on my back.
This guy's really, really, really putting in detail work into this. He's
Too
got
much.
a sex toy while he's going to Pound Town. Now, do you know what the Avatar is?
The movie
Yeah,
Avatar?
no,
Or
the
what
move.
No.
That's where you eat her butt and finger blast.
Yeah, that's not for me.
You're not into that?
No, it's too much to think about.
What do you mean it's too much to think about? You're not an
I'm
ass eater.
No.
Johnny, you never eat ass.
That's not for me, no.
By the way,
I've also never dated a girl that would want
Tony
that.
Rock, black guys eat ass now.
I've never dated
Johnny,
a girl
can
who
I
would
ask
be
you
into
something? Do you think black guys eating ass is cultural appropriation?
that. Could be. Yeah, you might have a case there, Sam.
I'm just saying.
It's cultural appropriation from you, though. Just you. Not
Well, I
all white
invented
people.
it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to come and tell me they ate butt before 1978.
I don't think you find anybody who's an adult that's your age that would be willing to admit that. honestly.
Okay, just somebody. Until then, that's the first recorded time somebody ate butt.
We should update your Wikipedia, really, with that.
Johnny, do you know they won't let me because somebody put in there that I was called the N-word by Paul Mooney, and I got in trouble for it. And that was that. So I tried to do that. I tried to get that story on the Showtime doc about the Comedy Store because it's a big part of my
It's
story.
also a great story, yeah.
Being called the N-word by Paul Mooney is a badge of honor. It was my number one credit, my Wikipedia, for a very short time.
One of the greatest sayers of the N-word in history.
Yeah, I mean,
Paul
like
Mooney.
you look up the N-word, there is a picture of Paul Mooney and it says credited.
He's also one like underrated funny to me. Like he's one of those guys that you have to be a fan of comedy to really know all their stuff. But he's so funny to me.
He was the best.
was
Okay,
so
so this guy's great. I mean, dude, I just can't believe you won't even give your lady the avatar, bro.
That's making sound. The cable.
Okay, I just can't believe you won't give your lady the avatar.
Leave him alone. Leave all this alone.
Leave him alone?
Things are starting to come to a climax. I could feel her, moaning as she,
This is too much detail.
And then all of a sudden, it was just like the sprinklers went off, man. She just starts pissing all over my face. And, or squirting, as she would say. I don't know. I think squirt and pee are the same thing anyway.
I agree.
Doctors also.
Yeah, I'm pinned down and I'm just getting pissed on. Golden shower. And I don't mean just like a spritz. I'm saying she just, full floodgates open.
I agree, bro.
But all right, yeah. It wasn't too bad. First golden shower. All right, I'm out.
Bro, that is so funny.
That's
bro.
an atrocity for sure.
That is so funny.
Hey boys, I just wanted to call and let you know that ever since I listened to your show about the Minnesota congressman who was arrested for soliciting a prostitute in the men's restroom, I've been very conscious about how wide my stance is while using the men's restroom in public. So you have literally changed the way I poop and pee in public for the better, because I don't want to accidentally solicit a gay prostitute. Thank you. You're changing lives out here. God bless.
See, we're making a difference, dude. People say, "Oh, you're just wasting your time talking all the time." No, we're making a difference in lives. We're helping people.
I'm so happy, dude. I am so happy. That
you're happy.
That we've helped people wake up and understand that there's a lot of gay sex going on at the airport, and to watch out for and know where to go if you're looking for it. Okay? But I just don't understand how many people have to have gay sex somewhere for it to be known that there's gay sex there.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about that at great length last time, and I think that wherever there is a public space that you can kind of close a door, there's going to be gay sex there.
Yeah,
That's
agree.
the answer. So
agree.
it's pretty much everywhere.
I agree, dude.
They do it in, you were on jerk off patrol at the gym, right?
Yeah, I was, dude.
So you know just as well as anybody.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Good point. Next story. Thank you. You're welcome.
Next phone call. Here we go.
Sam and Johnny, I just wanted to say I caught Sam at the House of Comedy in Bloomington. It was my first stand-up comedy live show. Sam killed it. I got to talk to him after the show, got a picture with him. Anybody who says Sam is not friendly after a show just must have caught him on a bad day. You guys are killing it. Love this podcast. Love Tinfoil Hat. Keep it going, guys.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You say thank you now, but Jeremy calls back, and I got a bone to pick with you, Sam. Let's just hear what Jeremy has to say.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
I think you might know what he's going to say.
Interesting.
Here we go. Jeremy, unload on this piece of shit right here.
Whoa, really, Johnny? That's aggressive.
You're going to hear.
Hey, this is Jeremy from Minnesota. I already left a message, but I forgot to mention that when we talked to Sam after the show in Bloomington, Minnesota at the House of Comedy, we offered to have him watch us have sex. He didn't take us up on it. He just said we were both a good-looking couple, and that was that.
That is
I told him, you don't want to see me naked anyway, man.
No, I have an atrocity right now that people are saying I'm not taking them up on them. Not
You're calling
true
Jeremy
at
a
all.
liar?
Yeah, I do. 100%. Anyone says, well, it's sexy, I go, let's go. 100%. I am calling him a liar.
I don't.
I'm sorry,
Jeremy,
buddy.
call us back. And clarify.
Have him call in with his lady.
Yeah, okay.
Let's have him
I
as
have
a
his
guest.
number right here. Let's call him.
Call him right now.
Okay.
Call Jeremy
Fine.
right now.
Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. I don't think you're going to like the result. I have to say, I don't think you're going to like what happens next.
Okay.
My friend.
Okay.
Hold
Go
on
on.
1 second. I'm dialing the number.
Hello?
Hello, is this Jeremy?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Jeremy. My name is Sam Tripoli, and I'm calling you to say you committed an atrocity.
What was my atrocity, Sam?
You said you would have sex in front of me, and I turned it down, and that is not true. None of that's true.
I recall it that way. I don't think I actually would have done it, though, because like I said, there's no way. There's no way you would have wanted to do it.
Jeremy, if you would have said, we'll have sex in front of you right now, we would have set it up in the green room. You guys could have gone to Pound Town while me and my comedic friends give you pointers on how to make better love.
You can't throw a bunch of random people. It's supposed to just be you.
Yeah, but okay, fine. Me. But Jeremy coming on this show and saying that I did not take them up on their order is an atrocity of atrocities.
Jeremy, now think back. Really, this wasn't that long ago. Think back really hard and tell me honestly. Don't let Sam pressure you in any way. He can't hurt you. He's far away. He's got no ability to cause any problems for you in your life. So you can tell us the truth. Did you offer it? He did. He had no way of knowing whether you'd follow through with it or not. So that's irrelevant completely. Did you offer it, and did he turn you down? For the final time, tell me now, Jeremy.
I will say that I offered it, but I wasn't 100% serious, and Sam could probably tell that. So I'll take half the blame on that one.
No, you'll take all the blame. There is no blame on my thing. I would 100% take you going to Pound Town on your lady. So you're taking 100% of the blame. You've committed an atrocity on atrocities.
I tell you what, I'm kind of shocked that you just called me, so I will take 100% of the blame.
Thank you, bro.
You've disappointed me severely, Jeremy.
No, Jeremy is an honest, young Christian warrior.
I think he's taking the blame because he's a fan of Sam Tripoli.
No,
honestly, I think you've used your star
Tripoli
power.
Doesn't fake the
You've
funk
used
on
your
an ass
star
of-
power to influence this
Johnny,
man.
I'm going to sing you a little song to let you know exactly who I am. I'm a young Christian warrior.
I'm sorry you have to hear this, Jeremy.
I fight for love.
There's not a problem.
Okay.
I will say anybody who ever said Sam is not friendly to his fans caught him at a bad time, because he was cool, took a picture, gave me a hug. Great guy. I appreciate it.
We played your voicemail, Jeremy. I will ask you, Jeremy, your signal is worse than the astronauts when they were on the moon. Are you
I
in
swear to
outer
God.
space right now?
Dude, Osama bin Laden got better reception in his cave than you did right now, Jeremy. Where are you, in a submarine right now?
Pretty close. I am in a shitty plumbing van on a gravel road in the middle of nowhere, Minnesota.
That tracks.
Respect, bro.
Good talking to you, man. Hey,
Jeremy, thank you
thanks
for answering the
thanks for talking
phone.
with us.
I appreciate you. You're a good man, dude.
This will be on Broken Sim. Check it out.
Awesome.
Later, brother. Good
bye,
night,
buddy.
Goodbye, man.
Be safe. Be
Bye.
safe. Pay attention to the road.
That was good. All right. Last one.
Thank you, Johnny. I'll take the apology. By the way, I saw this email I got randomly from CF Insider, whatever the fuck that is.
College Football Insider?
And it's like Margaret Robbie, is that her name?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie on acting. Why does anyone want to hear
Yeah,
what
really.
Margot Robbie has to say about acting? I want
worst-
to hear about how I'm hot and I've had so much privilege in my life.
The worst fake Jersey accent I've ever heard in my life, or New York accent.
Listen, she is so hot that
Oh, she's beautiful.
you just don't even realize how bad of an actress she is.
Oh.
She's so bad. She's the reason why Will Smith's #1 movies in a row, Street came to an end when she did a movie, when they did a movie together. I'm not saying anything other than she's not a good actress, but she's hot as shit.
Now I'll give you an option here.
And
Sam.
listen, she can pee on me.
Nothing about, like, you're saying that like it's some revelation. You let a Miley Cyrus lookalike pee on you in a bathtub.
Yeah, Johnny. I do it for this
so
podcast.
am I supposed to be surprised that you let Margot Robbie, one of the hottest women on the planet, pee on you? We agree on her, at least. She is a 10.
Who?
Margot Robbie.
Yeah,
she's like
she's
up
hot.
there. She's like 9, 10
But
range.
isn't she like, people in the conspiracy community always say that she looks like a platelet of a certain look that Hollywood
template.
loves a template, yeah. Of a
Interesting.
certain look that they like to just keep using.
Yeah,
over.
the look is called smoking hot. Yeah, that's
Remember
there's no
what's that
coincidence
show,
there.
My Name is Ed? Was that the name of the show?
Oh no, not no, I don't think it was. I know what you're with Jason Lee, right?
Yeah.
Ed, just Ed. It was
Just Ed. Look at his co.
No, is that? No, it's not. Oh, what is the show with Jason Lee, right? My name is Earl.
My name is Earl. There
Right,
we go. Go look at his co-host. She looks exactly like Margot Robbie.
Preston or Presley, Jamie Presley,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, they just used the same look.
Dude, she was beautiful. Jamie
She still
Presley.
is beautiful.
I mean, I haven't
Johnny.
seen her.
If she came in here right now, you'd be like, "Sit on my face, let me
Oh,
love
she would. No,
you."
dude, but like, dude, I used to jerk
and
it
then
to
there's
Jamie
another
Presley.
chick that looks exactly like her.
I used to jerk it to Jamie Presley back in the day.
Oh.
Like, I'll tell you that right now.
And suddenly I miss that guy talking about getting peed in his mouth.
That used to be a real thing. She was.
Oh yeah.
My goodness.
So hot.
All right, we're gonna get to the news if you're ready for it.
Okay.
All right. Here's a story of just more like what the hell are we doing? Science and business together. Why are we doing this? This is from Money Watch, CBS News Money Watch. Startup makes giant meatball out of lab-grown mammoth meat.
There's nothing about that says eat that meatball to me.
A meatball made of lab-grown mammoth meat was unveiled at a science museum in the Netherlands on Tuesday. VOW, V-O-W, the startup that made the meatball, created it using genetic information from the long-extinct mammoth, company researchers said in Tuesday's media event. First of all, here's the biggest fucking meatball I've ever seen in my life. Look at this thing. Check that out, Sam. Look at that meatball. Look at the size of that son of a bitch. That's some meatball right there.
Yeah.
Would you be curious what a mammoth meatball tastes like?
Yes.
Would you try it? Would you take a bite?
I would not try. I would have you try it and tell me what you think.
I'm your taster.
Yeah,
food
you're
taster.
my food tester.
Okay. Some holes in the genetic sequence were filled in using data from the mammoth's closest living relative, the African elephant. Also, that's like Jurassic Park shit right there, dude. It turns out they can't make them living, but they can make meatballs. The process for making cultured meat usually starts with cells taken from a living animal. Those cells are immersed in nutrients and grown into meat in a lab. In this case, the mammoth genes were inserted into a sheep cell. The mammoth gene was then overexpressed, so it would be more prevalent in the final product than the sheep. No one has tasted the mammoth meat, Valve founder Tim Noakesmith disclosed. Oh, I see. So they're waiting on some rich son of a bitch to come along and be like, I want to be the first modern human to taste the flesh of mammoth.
Ugh.
That's what they're waiting for.
Johnny, does that excite you at all?
It doesn't mean that
like
you
there's so
can't
many
eat it,
problems
though.
in the world. Where does synthetic mammal
That's
meat?
what I'm saying. Yeah.
What kind of animal was it?
A mammoth, a woolly mammoth, like an extinct mammoth.
Yeah. Where does that go? Where's that on the list of problems that need to get solved?
Here's what the founder says. It doesn't mean that you can't eat it, but because this protein is literally 4,000 years old, we haven't seen it for a very, very long time. It means that we would want to put it through seriously rigorous testing like we do with any product that we want to bring to market. So they're seriously talking about bringing in like mammoth burgers to market. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I can't imagine that, Johnny. They want to see insects. Why wouldn't mammoth meat be on
This
the
was
list?
like when I went to space camp and they had space dots for the first time. Nobody knew what those were yet, and you got to eat them before anybody else in the country.
Yeah.
And then now they're everywhere.
Do you feel
Mammoth
like
meat.
you were like an experiment monkey?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And did that make you want to poop more?
It did, but I held it. I held it strong.
Respect.
Did you see this? Just Alex Stein just posted this. He's so funny. Just look at
Oh
this.
yeah,
dude.
I love this.
Did you see this?
He's so funny.
He's the
bro.
best, man. He's always doing stuff. He's just always got something going. Look at this. This is his wife
Hey guys, it's
and
me,
her
Alex.
boyfriend,
I'm with my
and they're
wife
doing a
and her
gender reveal.
boyfriend, Dontarius. We just found out we're pregnant. Dontarius is the father, and we're here to do the gender reveal. So, twist it, honey.
God, he's so funny.
What is purple? That means the baby's non-binary.
I love that guy, man. He's so good, dude. Isn't he the best?
Yeah, it's just crazy. Have you seen him go to those trans like?
Oh, and they just like spit on him,
and they touch him, and I'm like, it's like
they're
it's
hypocrites.
like it's like when a tiny woman hits a big guy, and we all just go, "Oh, you can get away with that because of the power dynamic here." And if that ever switched, you would be annihilated.
Oh, forget it. Oh, you'd be destroyed. Yeah.
Have you
It's
seen
over.
the video where like the trans person comes up and goes, "This is what a woman's nipple looks like," and then does the biggest like gay punch in the world? right?
That sounds fabulous, though.
And then he goes after them, and the cops protect the trans.
Is it Stein?
No, it's something else. But it's just like this is where we're at right now. There is an invisible thumb on the scale.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's everything has this like weird calculus that goes into it that is completely bullshit.
Yeah.
Have you been watching Mandalorian?
I have.
Did you watch the episode where Grogu, Baby Yoda, is thinking back to what happened?
And he's having flashbacks?
Yeah, having flashbacks. Okay, so did you know the Jedi who saved him? Do you know who that actor is?
No.
Because this is one of my favorite things. So that actor is the guy who played Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, really?
In the prequels. And he was devastated by the feedback from that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So Jon Favreau and those guys were like, you know what? Let's give this guy something cool that he can hang his hat on in Star Wars. And they made him this badass Jedi that just cuts down all these clone troopers. And
that's cool.
Isn't that great?
Let's get his name. Let's give him a shot.
Ahmed Best.
Ahmed Best?
Ahmed Best.
Ahmed Best.
Yeah.
Well, he was great in it.
He was good, yeah. And that's the guy right there.
Do you think they'll bring him back on other things?
I hope so. I mean, he's part of the...
Good for him.
He's
Ahmed
part
Best
of the,
was great in that.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Great.
I just want
I'm
to see if
sorry
they
that they didn't like his character. But the character was awful.
It was terrible, yeah. And he was, his feelings were hurt by that. And here he is being a badass and
I want to be a Jedi so bad.
Oh, dude, it's the best superpower to have.
That's so cool.
Like they just made him a pure badass.
That's so.
They call
cool.
him that Jedi. His nickname was the
Jon
Sabered
Favreau's
Hand.
cool, even though I had a weird moment with him on stage.
I know he's given Tate Fletcher a lot of work. Our friend Tate Fletcher.
Tate's one of the.
He's in every episode. Yeah.
He's one of the.
He's Paz Vizsla, the big ass.
The big guy.
And you know who does the voice of Paz Vizsla?
Who?
Jon Favreau.
Oh,
the
really?
guy he's actually in the suit for is Jon Favreau doing the voice, because Jon Favreau did the voice, I think, back on the animated series. That might be wrong about that, but anyway. So there's Ahmed Best. Good for him.
Do you think Jon Favreau still takes Vince Vaughn's calls?
No, probably not. Although
Vince Vaughn is badass, though, dude.
So we missed this. This would have been on the show last week, and I just really want to play it real quick.
Okay.
I know you're familiar with this. So there's this guy, this African reporter that's been trying to get a question in at the White House press briefings for 7 months or maybe a year, I don't know, something like that. And so they have the cast of Ted Lasso on at the White House press briefing.
I gotta watch Ted Lasso.
And he just loses it because he's like, you won't call on my fucking question, but you have the cast of Ted Lasso. So he starts like a kerfuffle. And here we go. Here it is.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Hold on.
I wonder why so many people are here today. Yeah, right. You're right. You're here for me. Refer me. No. Nope, that's not. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
From across the room. You've been discriminating against me and discriminating against some people in the briefing room. And I'm saying that this is the US, this is not China, this is not Russia.
Dude, there's somebody still wearing a mask.
Okay.
What you are doing, you are making a mockery of the First Amendment.
Decorum, please.
It's been 7 months. You've not called on me.
She hasn't called on him in 7 months.
I'm saying that
Yeah, I agree with them.
Fun times. Welcome, guys. Welcome
She
to
is
the press
hot
briefing
garbage.
room. Okay.
She's diversity failure. Let it go. Let it go.
Are we ready? Are we going to behave?
And the way she talks to them like children is just, dude, I couldn't stand it. And then watch how the reporters gang up on him.
Yeah.
Decorum, please.
Decorum, please.
I mean, it's like being in kindergarten.
Sorry to our guests. We apologize. Yes, I apologize.
Oh, sorry to the cast of Ted Lasso. Even though I love
many
the
folks
show.
here in U.S. are focused on March.
And so the guy, he ends up on like doing the rounds on Fox News and everything. And he seems like a really solid guy. And they haven't called on him in 7 months, this guy from, what was his name again? Atiba. That's his last name. What was his first name? Simon Atiba. And he's from Today News Africa. Apparently he's the most famous journalist in Africa. And they just refused to call him because he's critical of the administration.
Yeah,
They
I
won't
think
call
it's
him.
ridiculous. And it's black on black crime.
Yeah, it is
Like everything's about opportunity diversity until you don't fit the narrative, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Do you want to talk about Amanda Bynes?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, there's this crazy. This would have been on the show last week. Amanda Bynes called 911 on herself. She was in L.A. on the streets at night, naked, She flagged down a car and got them to call 911 on her behalf because she was coming down from a manic episode.
Yeah.
And like realized that,
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I'm in a bad place.
Yeah.
Got to call the cops.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel so bad for her. And this is somebody that's kind of been tortured by press coverage, you know, by the media. They just kind of took her apart, dismantled her mentally. It's another person that's just been chewed up and spit out by Hollywood. And now she's kind of getting, I don't know, knocked around like a tennis ball in the media. And I just don't sense enough sympathy in the conversation for this person who was clearly chewed up by the Hollywood system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a recent photo of her.
Yeah, I mean, dude, she's mentally ill. She has that nose ring, which lets you know that she's in the butt stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like, it's pretty obvious. And and again, this is my problem with Hollywood and their narrative with Drag Queen Story Hour. Like, dude, everybody in this town is in therapy for childhood trauma. And then you're trying to act like this isn't childhood trauma.
Of course it is.
It's like 100%. My kids will never, ever be in anything like that. Ever. Ever.
Could you imagine leaving your children alone with, like, for a casting couch? Like,
What was she
casting
on,
session or something?
Nickelodeon?
Yeah, she's on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, with that fat.
Oh, yeah, that guy who's a
If I
creeper.
ever saw that guy in real life, I'd tell him, bro, you're lucky, man. You're a and what you did to kids is disgusting.
I just have to believe that people like that are going to get what's coming.
I hope, man. I hope, dude.
Judgment.
I mean, dude, he made the logo of Nickelodeon his foot fetish. Think about that.
What a
Like,
creep,
what
dude.
kind of scumbag are you?
He's a big scumbag.
Giant scumbag.
Anyway, good luck, Amanda Bynes. Hope you get the help you need there. So you, Sam, are skeptical of nuclear weapons, and there's a story, and I asked you a question back then, a couple weeks ago, when we had someone on to talk about that. I said, what is to stop a country like, and I didn't say North Korea because they already have a nuclear weapon, but a country that doesn't have a nuclear weapon from pretending they have one? And there's something that came out in the news this week that supports your idea, I think. North Korea is claiming now that they have this crazy nuclear weapon called a radioactive tsunami. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And it
They're
just came out.
making shit up.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Are they just making shit up because they know they can't be called out on it because it would ruin the whole game?
But you also have to know that there's a big belief that North Korea is just a puppet of American
Entirely
intelligence.
possible. Entirely possible.
And they say these things.
But I don't know if they know it. It could be one of those things where they don't know it. This photo is provided by the North Korean government, and it shows what it says is an underwater blast of a test warhead loaded with an unmanned
the country
underwater
that has
nuclear attack craft.
No food. Nobody's got food.
Yeah.
Nobody does anything. And they can't get a rocket to get off the launch pad is now doing big bombs in the
No,
water.
it's not just big bombs in the water. It's an underwater nuclear attack craft.
Yeah.
That's an unmanned underwater nuclear. It's like an underwater drone with a nuclear warhead on it that creates a radioactive tsunami.
The only
they figured that
way
out.
they get that is if America gives them that sub, and maybe we have made that sub. That is the only way that happens.
I'm with you. North Korea claimed Friday to have tested a nuclear-capable underwater drone designed to generate a gigantic radioactive tsunami that would destroy naval strike groups and ports. Analysts were skeptical that the device presents a major new threat, but the test underlines the North's commitment to raising nuclear threats. The test this week came as the U.S. reportedly planned to deploy aircraft carrier strike groups and other advanced asset to waters off the Korean peninsula.
Yeah. I just don't believe any of it.
I feel like this is just one of those things that's trying to keep North Korea in the news.
What is it? Rattle,
You're talking about saber rattling, right?
Saber, yeah, that's what that is.
Gotcha.
They just get you all nervous.
Did you see this video of this car just flying in the air on the freeway? Watch this. This is
the wheel comes off?
Yeah, crazy.
Dude.
Watch this, dude.
The timing is insane. The timing is insane. Look at this. Starts wobble, 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 and just perfectly shoots out.
Wow.
Did that person die?
I don't think so. I don't think they would be showing us this on like. Look, and the tire rolls all the way down and hits. I mean, that is remarkable.
Well, first of all,
I mean, it could not have hit.
No, I mean, like the
Facts
timing
about
is nuts. The timing is nuts.
Happened on Ronald Reagan Freeway in Chatsworth. Anup Katra was behind the wheel of the Kia Soul in the left lane when her dash cam recorded the heart-pounding moment. A white pickup truck, the tire popped off, hit blah, blah, blah. Just want to see if we got any word on the... The driver was the only occupant of the Kia and appeared to walk away without significant injuries. Isn't that crazy? They walked away from that.
Good for them. Thank God. Have you seen the video where the black
But
guy
look at
is...
this, look at the stills from it. Look at how high that car is in the air, bro. That's a miracle those people are alive, really.
I'm so happy for that. That's the best advertisement for a Kia, by the way.
Yeah, it really is.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm super... so have you seen the video where the black guy in the subway is just harassing this white family?
No.
The reason I bring it up because I think it's a total, utter psyop. Can we end on this?
Well, I got a couple more.
Johnny.
We're not at 2 hours yet, dude. We're at
Yeah.
1:58.
Okay. Have you seen, can you find...
Shocking video shows man verbally assaulting family
Yeah.
on subway. So-
And the reason I bring this up is because, and you know, this is like 100%. Watch this video. Here's the question. Does it say?
If you're shopping for your first...
It says this is not his first offense, black NYC subway passenger. By the way, the media in Britain has no problem saying what people's race is. Just black NYC subway passenger who hurled racist abuse at a white family traveled with their with their toddler is caught on camera screaming vile insults. At
Yeah, okay.
three
So
other
here's
strangers.
why I think this is weird, all right? Get over this, okay?
So this is going to be trigger warning worthy here. So here you go.
Okay. May upset some viewers.
Take them back to Europe with y'all.
Go back to Europe?
Shut up, your ugly body. Nasty mutating, permutating, corrugating, medium-latent skin. Shut up, your body don't even last long enough. I'm gonna look younger than him by the time he's my age. I don't care about them ugly in your race. Shut up.
So my question is this. Stop. Whose camera is that? And why is it perfectly focused? And why does it never move? And why does anyone say anything? Like, look at this camera work. It's perfectly shot.
Yeah. That's how it's funny. What you're doing right now is what I do to my girlfriend's reality TV shit all the time. I'm like, this is so clearly staged.
Yeah, well, all reality is staged.
Yeah.
They're idiots for believing that.
No, man, it's just not
But you believe this thing? Look at it.
no, the camera's moving. It's handheld.
Yeah, but look at it, Johnny.
I mean, I have to say, iPhones make incredible footage now.
Yeah, but
you shot a special on one. Let's be
I
It
don't
looked
care
good.
about you. Shut up, you white monkey. You a dog in this country.
Well, now I have to say, White Monkey, you're stealing one of our old school
Yeah,
lines there.
is that
that's not
cultural
creative.
appropriation,
That is,
Johnny?
Yeah, that is. My uncle would not
Yeah.
be very. He
Yeah.
would be very upset
Yeah.
that you stole that.
Dog. You're nothing over here. You are a dog. Shut up. I'm black American. I'm over you.
I'm Black America, and I'm over you. Wow.
Hey, Johnny.
I think you're right, Sam. That hits too many like hot buttons
Yeah,
to not
it's
be.
just a complete, and it's this thing, and I talked about this on Conspiracy Social Club. It's just like
No information about where it came from.
every,
who shot it.
you could tell when everything is suddenly one style of videos popping up on your feed. You remember when it was all racist cops and then racist white people? I'm
seeing all fight videos now.
Yeah, now it's all fight, but now it's
They
all
want you to be
black.
afraid.
You remember when it was Asian attack videos were just everywhere, and you
Oh,
just
yeah.
go back. I'm telling you, go back.
The punch thing, hit you in the back of the head
Watch the
thing.
boys. Watch the boys.
That was a good show.
Watch the boys. Season 1. It breaks it down. How, dude, social media is a manipulation of reality.
Believe that. Okay,
All right.
just a couple more things.
Okay.
This guy got a lot of shit about his wedding vows. Here we go.
Since the day we started talking, after falling through my bedroom window, within minutes I could tell you were the one for me. Then as time went on and I was falling deeper in love with you, I was and always will be one of the easiest people to please.
This guy has no
Only
charisma.
two things are required to keep me happy: keep my belly full and my balls empty. So you're amazing at half of it. We really need to get you some cooking lessons. Even when my belly isn't full, there is no one I could ever love more in this lifetime, unless I actually get a chance to meet Margot Robbie.
Wow,
Since the beginning, I always told you I was going to make you the happiest woman in the world and give you everything I could possibly give.
Fuck Margot
Well,
Robbie,
today I'm
and she
taking
didn't
a
like
step
that
further
moment,
and
by the
giving you
way.
my last name.
I'm sure.
The last name of champions. No one deserves it more. With you and the girls by my side, I feel like I can conquer anything. Y'all
Where she 1 to 10 on your enjoys butt stuff meter? She got purple hair at her wedding.
Purple hair, butt stuff.
At her
meter.
wedding.
If she had a nose ring, she would have a butt plug in during this.
make life worth living, giving every breath of every day a purpose. Life gets even better when the kids fall asleep and you tell me to come to the bedroom. Nothing's better than the sound of gagging and headboard slamming. Everyone keeps telling me that marriage is going to ruin a lot of things, but I feel that's only if you let it. Even if we fight, argue, or don't see eye to eye on something, it'll never affect the way I love you. Marriage is something I take seriously and I only want to do once. After almost 10 years, I still stand by the fact that you're my soulmate and it'll never change. After today, the only thing changing is me having to deal with the ring on my finger.
You dirty
You will
girl.
forever have my heart, and that's a promise till death do we part. P.S. Since you're so good at making decisions like marrying me, you can choose whether tonight's going to end with being a toaster, strudel, or a Twinkie.
He means well. He means well.
Yeah.
The Margot line was probably too much.
What, that was what got you? Not him talking about whether he's going to jizz on her face or inside of her?
Yeah.
Or the gagging her with his dick?
I think it's funny.
Her
and that's
family,
their
her parents might be there, dude.
Yeah, that might be weird. That's it. But for them, that might be love. I mean, she got
looked
purple
mad.
hair.
She did look mad. She was
Well, the
mad.
Margot Robbie thing probably wasn't great.
No, it was the gagging thing. She was like wanted to hit him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he probably bust her balls.
So, okay, you're cool with it. Let's imagine this scenario. 20 years from now, your daughters get married.
No, I
they
will
pick
not
a man.
enjoy that.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I did.
I didn't
No,
think
you're
so.
not. You're asking me watching this. You're not asking me what do you think her parents. Her parents probably didn't enjoy that. But Johnny,
Who's
listen, Their
Maybe her
daughter
parents are
is
dead.
how old? Probably 30, right?
Yeah, 30. Beautiful woman.
It's
He's got the
happening.
same haircut as you do, by the way. Did you notice that?
He looks way better than me. Let's face it. I mean, I do not.
What
I
do you
have
mean?
this young guy haircut and this old man face.
No, you're hard on yourself. You're way too hard on yourself, dude.
But
Big time.
I'm fine with it. I think it's great. I don't think you should say the Margot Robbie because she's garbage.
No, but he was just talking about how he would bone her. Like, that's all.
Yeah.
We just said she was a smoke show.
She's hot. He's
All
cool.
right,
I like it.
Last thing here. And then
I like it.
then we're
I
all
think
done.
people need to whatever it takes to stay married and happy.
Dude, I'm with you on that. Here, I just wanted to end with this. I love Liam Gallagher. I love Oasis, the band.
You do.
I love
You-
hearing them
for a
talk.
weirdo, you
They
do.
were on Howard Stern. I mean, sorry, they were not on Howard Stern. They haven't been together in a while. But Liam Gallagher was on Howard Stern talking about how he got hit in the head as a kid, and he thinks that gave him his musical talent. This is interesting. Because it just shows you how little we understand
Red, and
about the
I don't know if it freaks you out.
Go on.
And I don't even know if it's real. But when you were a kid, somebody hit you over the head with a hammer, and I mean really hard. Who was that who hit you over the head?
Well, I didn't ask his name.
Right. It was a fight.
Yeah, we was in school and I was about
Best
15,
hairline.
and a load of other lads come down from another school.
Yeah.
There was about 4 of us, and we were having a cigarette.
And no one carded you
No
back
one
then.
carded me then, so I'm having
Yeah,
a
it's
cigarette,
old,
and these
yeah.
lads come down with hoods up, and they come in, one of them whacks someone whacks someone, so we obviously get stuck in.
That could have been the end of your life.
Yeah, well, it was the beginning. So
right.
It was, so he pulled his hood over, he's gone whack with his hammer on my head. Anyway, I wake up in hospital, I've got a load of stitches in my head, but I got out of double maths, so that was a blessing.
Right.
But after that, in my head, I believe, I started hearing music, man.
You say you wake up and suddenly what? You heard music?
Yeah, no, it wasn't instantly. It's just like the next couple, I was going, fucking hell, I think it was Madonna, like a virgin. I was going, that's a fucking tune, actually, man.
Yeah.
And now, so a week before, I'd be going like that. It wouldn't have even got that close, you know what I mean?
How do you explain that?
Who knows, man? But whoever he was, thank you for it, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's like saying that it hit you in the head and unlocked something.
Exactly. I'm telling you. It's like when them people come out of comas and they start speaking Japanese.
Well, you
Isn't that fascinating?
Well, you heard about the guy who got hit with a hammer, woke up and said he was gay, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean, it just shows you how little we understand about the brain, how it works.
I totally agree with that.
Because Liam Gallagher, I love. Don't get me wrong, love the guy. He loves the Beatles. He's like, he worships John Lennon. Like he talked about how he's like talked to John Lennon's ghost and thinks he saw John Lennon's ghost one time, but he's not the brightest guy.
He's just super intense, right?
Yeah, but he's got this crazy talent. He's like a savant almost, you know. And so there it is. I mean, he's the singer of the group.
It's pretty crazy. All right, Johnny, I gotta go because we got to record.
Yeah, we got a TFH to do coming up.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I thought it was a fire episode. I think we locked into something, and I think we should keep doing this more, which is real, raw. And by the way, the mother of my children says I'm losing my hair.
I don't think so.
Thank you. Guys, go check out samtripoli.com for all things Sam Tripoli, dates and all that stuff. I'm going to try to put together some tours, and then we'll see how it goes, man. I feel last night was weird, but now I feel alive. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Pick up your guitar, sing me a song. This was Groover's paradise. Now the groover is gone. Was a cool little city